Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're all here. Okay, Nick, when your parents moved to this house in this other town, that
Yep.
was in Rhode Island. Yep, go ahead.
Actually, no, this was the one in Massachusetts, right? It
Oh,
was two
okay.
acres
Yep.
filled with trees.
Oh, yeah. This is when we just met. So I
Yes.
know part of this from like seeing and part of this from experience from like hearing. Go ahead.
In the 7 years we lived in this house, we managed to clear every single pine tree off that lot. We had to because they were just too tall and they shouldn't be near that house. Um, so I literally had a 2 acre long log wall as a child. I had more calluses on my hands. And then when we finally finished clearing all the land, my parents sold the house and bought a decrepit farmhouse in Rhode Island,
It
which
was
we
a
then had
very,
to
very old farmhouse. It
tear
was beautiful though.
down, reshingle, refurnish. And we're talking like ship planks were the old oak floors. So we had to redo all of that, tear down all the buildings, refab everything. And then we got everything real nice. My parents sold the house and moved to Florida. So I don't know if I could ever do any real
It was 5 yards.
5 yard. That's
5 yards is a lot. To be clear,
it's,
five
it's
yards
okay.
I
of
did
mulch is a lot.
I did most of it by myself, and you guys have seen how physically active I am.
Yeah, well,
It's
I
very
I
little.
will attest to 5 yards of mulch being a lot. There's no getting around that. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. I can hear you, but chat can't hear you at the moment. Give me 1 second. Oh no, wrong button. Yeah, no. Again. I will absolutely attest to that being a lot. I will. That is definitely a good amount of mulch. Sorry, with speakers. No. Which ones are you? Come on. I need you to find for me these headphones so chat can hear you too. Speakers, Realtek. No, I need not the Focusrite. Why aren't you seeing? Here, how about this? Can one of you guys say something?
Hola. ¿Cómo
Yo.
estás?
All right, that's working. It's the crappy way, but it is working. Let's make sure that. Is the music too loud?
I thought Roz was asking for music. Do you want
I
us to
think the
sing to
music
you?
went. I think music went too quiet and then went too loud afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought Roz wanted to be serenaded.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the right word.
That
I don't
sounds
know.
that sounds bad.
I mean,
So,
it sounds like you're marinating someone, okay?
yes,
With
yes.
words. Oh, but marinades are so
Well,
good.
maybe actually, hey, it is marinating with words because people
That's-
get moist.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
boy.
you're nasty. Korean.
I like the word moist. So
No.
Sam
okay.
is like 10 feet from me, just holding her forehead, regretting her life's decisions.
there we go.
In high school, I discovered people
Yes.
get really uncomfortable by the word moist.
If you get uncomfortable by any words, then you need to be stronger inside.
It's not like a
To be
deep
clear
rooted
though,
insecurity.
there are
It's more
some
like,
words. There are some words where it's like, yes, those words can make you uncomfortable. But
it's more like,
those are naughty words. Those are words that we don't say, as opposed to like Voldemort.
well, no, but it's like there's like, why are you saying more? You know, it's like one of those things. It's not like
I mean, unless you're like,
actually
unless somebody
deeply
says
angry.
medium or medium well on a steak or something like that,
That
that
is
makes me
truly-
uncomfortable.
Well, I ordered.
What's wrong with medium?
We went to Hibachi tonight and we ordered Rory's steak medium well, but it was medium well. But my tuna was rare, because why would you cook it more than that? It's tuna.
Yes,
You know?
yes, a good tuna fillet. Yeah.
It's actually funny. So we went to Hibachi and there was a family that I held the door for. They walked in right before us. Mom, dad, 3 kids, and then it was myself, Britt, Roar, and then my mom and dad, which is Kathy and Bio Padre, to be clear. So 5 of us. They went in ahead of us and they wanted to like sit down, but it was like a long ass wait. And they're like, can't we just sit at the hibachi table? And they're like, well, only if you order hibachi. He's like, that's fine. The 2 kids will order hibachi. And they're like, well, you have to have at least 3 people order hibachi to sit there. And so we pop out. We're like, we're 5 people. We're all ordering hibachi. Can they be a part of our party? So they end up sitting at the table with us. We end up chatting with them. So he actually works for us. We used to work for a startup company that got bought out, and so he ended up like we have each other's cell phone numbers so we can talk startups and shit. Like, it ended up becoming like friends. It was this weird ass thing at hibachi tonight. I was like, all right, cool. I even have alcohol.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. I don't know. I'm gonna have five for time for him. But, you know, that's okay. All right. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I think I'm good.
I don't think I have the combat overlay set up correctly, but we have the chat overlay set up so they can at least see dice roll. We just can't see the map, but that's okay. I'll try to fix that up as we get things started. So, Sel, you were here last week when we hung out with Jake, and you more or less got ignored, if I remember correctly, right?
True. Yeah.
And I believe even though you're supposed to go next, you were offering for Nick to go next because
So
you
you
wanted
can
to
go
be
to
nice to him,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
I'm a gracious individual.
Now, I side chat without any details whatsoever. Did you, Nick, and Jake end up being able to hop on a chat together?
I just talked to Nick.
Just you two. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a 4-person chat in the near future.
Yeah. Well, that's
Cool.
what I said in chat. I said this in our Wormhunger
I'm
chat.
just listen. I'm confirming.
It's right there in the chat. It's above the soup. It's the last message of the chat.
Listen,
Okay. You know, it's fine.
chat messages like
Your mom just
work
texted me. She
emails.
has 3 more yards of mulch for you to take care of.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do any of it, right? Because tomorrow is the day my muscles need to relax. Because they are not built for this.
No, so again, doing mulch, doing more than say 2-3 yards it can be exhausting. I'll actually agree to that one, but moving on. So where did we leave off last week's cell? You want to cue us in, then you can go silent for the next 45 plus.
Yeah, well, we just did Jake's turn basically. The only really interesting part that came out of it was he talked to the Red Mongrel, and they had the Red Mongrel proposed a deal, and Varric accepted it, and now they have formed a blood pact and to uphold the terms and conditions, which is basically the TLDR is I'm gonna go fuck up the North. I just want you to not help them. Is the quick and easy version.
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, hang back. So that's it. Just hang back. That's all I need you to do. Just chill.
And yeah, that's basically it. He had his kingdom turn. I don't really remember the conclusion to that Miyamosu clan or whatever it's called. That I forgot how that came out. I think he succeeded. And
Yeah,
he
he
has
did. It was one of those things where like he can't fail. And as soon as I start seeing characters that can't fail, I'm sitting there and I'm like, time for that character to die. Yes, time to die. I'm just thinking about Ton Screet started being successful, lost an arm.
I mean,
saying.
You killed
this is
Gorza,
true.
and Gorza wasn't even successful.
This is why I make sure Zara loses like every once in a while. She just goes like she never goes full pop. Never goes full pop. Because if she gets too strong, Scott kills her. She started to win. What do? He had her get knocked out.
Yep. But she got back up.
That's what happened.
Because you're never going to keep her down, right?
But yeah, that was the session basically.
No, you just we're in the South. He just saddled her with permanent poverty.
God,
This
dude.
is what happens. Pregnancy,
literally-
the father just up and leaves.
You're
Now
speaking my history.
she's getting housing from the state. It's just it's
Actually,
a bad
that's-
situation. We're trying to build schools. We're trying to build a school.
No, they're not.
Trying to help out these kids. How do we reach these kids? All right, we gotta lift them up.
Listen, all
For
right.
a while, the South will rise again.
The South ain't trying to build school, okay? Have you seen how much the South is paying teachers? Okay, it ain't too great.
Yeah, I don't know how people choose to go into that career down there. It's pretty
Yeah,
rough.
my like long-term friend is just graduated. Is going to get his master's in teaching. I'm like, I mean, good on you, dude. But like,
Because some people just
Wow.
want to fail at life. That's what it is. And that's
I
okay.
just-
They
mean-
will teach for a few years, realize they don't get to make any decisions, and that dealing with other people's kids are
I
a
mean,
nightmare.
he probably won't be staying in North Carolina. He's
Well,
probably
and
leaving.
he's gonna move. He's gonna
But,
move north or west.
I mean,
know,
he's going to the really good universities here. So like,
if he doesn't spiral into depression, he'll learn that he'll make more money
Well,
teaching English somewhere else online.
listen, you don't understand, Nick. All right, all Zoomers are spiraled into depression. Okay, it's not an if. Okay.
You know,
You say that like
once
that's
again,
a Zoomer unique thing.
I was gonna say once again, Zoomers
Well,
feeling special.
No, listen,
let me
you
tell you,
millennials took it
soul-crushing
first. We learned from
depression-
you, okay?
Soul crushing depression is just a part of life.
Oh, that's all. That's
tell-
all. It's just all generations.
Tell that, hey,
just,
tell that to the boomers, okay? They didn't have soul crushing depression.
No, they did. They just didn't share it the way that Gen X, millennials, and Zoomers did.
Look at this. So yes, and their depression was found in a bottle. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, wasn't it? What weren't boomers the ones that had the friggin'? Weren't they the hippies? Right? Weren't
Yeah.
the boomers the ones that were
yeah.
friggin' just
Some of them.
They're like opioids and pot.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right?
Snake. I'm still unpacking from Mother's Day. All right, I got a lot to unload.
Oh my god, why would you say that? Oh.
Where is he, Varix? There he is. Oh, nope.
Chat will never see Tesla art because I will never miss a day, apparently.
Yeah, I know. It's funny because I'm
Uh,
actually literally getting the art put together right now for boom. Okay, for Varix for the other screen.
I
So I
say
can go to the other screen if need be.
It's fine.
All right, cool.
My Spotify won't load.
Cool. All right, we good. All right.
So
So-
keep in mind, and we're gonna go to Nick, so Nick can go to bed early because
I'm old.
he's old and I'm young.
Younger.
I'm 21, dog. I'm still young.
Younger.
No,
Yes.
when I'm called younger once I'm 23. Okay, there's a number there. Listen, I can't explain to you why.
23.
Because that is 2 years older than me, and then it's right before you're halfway to 30.
Well,
Right?
technically, your body and brain really stop maturing around
Wait,
25,
hold on.
and that's when
Halfway
you're
to 30
just
is
dying.
15?
So
No. It's right before the halfway point. You know, it's halfway to the halfway.
That's 15.
you can't get a double
Sorry,
bond joke.
I'm okay. You know what I meant, okay? God, listen.
Can't be halfway
I
there
spent
to
all day
being halfway
working.
there.
Okay, I'm tired.
You're bogarting my screen time that you gave me. All right, calm down. It's my turn. So
True. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
hit your word quota. That's it.
Sorry, I don't have a word quota. That's Jake.
messy. Yeah, that's messy specifically.
No, Jake has like a 25 word quota. Then he's
No, but
done.
that's self-imposed. Messy's was contractual.
Curse
True.
Yeah.
Aren't we all sell?
All right, we should get started in the session. I'm excited to talk about what's in that box over there on Wednesday night, but we'll talk about that Wednesday night. For now, we're going to get into the session. So, Nick, was there anything left over from your last turn that we needed to resolve before we go straight into actual like kingdom rolls and stuff like that, or are we good with all of that?
I mean, aside from me needing to assassinate the Lords of the North for burning down one of my buildings, I think we're good.
I think you learned your lesson and took it like a champ, and don't want to do anything to make stuff worse for yourself. Yeah, I think we all agree that that's how that played out, right?
Yes, I made calm, rational decisions, and yeah.
Cool. Good. Then we all agree that the right thing happened. It's probably too far for me. All right, there we go. So let us get into kingdom rolls. I suppose we can just jump right into that, sir. Nick
Yeah.
wasn't interested in the Monmusu clan. I have no fucking clue if he's interested. Do I look like Nick to you? Huh? I didn't think so. So,
I think you're talking about Riverito.
Yes, no, you're right. I did want people investigating who was behind the decisions to burn down my shit.
what are you talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It was too long ago. I forgot.
And it's probably not important.
Yeah. Did you leave a note in your quick notes or no?
I take notes. I'm actually checking. I have too many notes that are no longer relevant.
Gotcha. Give me a second to double check.
Sorry, Elder Scar. No. No, I don't have anything. No. Failure. Let me make sure my numbers are right. Have I haven't seated Joey's new high priest yet, right?
No, but we do that after your upkeep phase.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the upkeep phase. So I can bring us over to the map layer. I think you guys are already there. I'll bring chat over to the map layer as well. Give it a second to load. Oh yay. Okay. Let's get into this. Sir, it is your turn. We're going to start off with you doing your your upkeep phase. So your upkeep phase is I'm pretty sure you already have your stats pulled up, but just in case, your DC is 49 and your bonus is 58. So you are in the cannot fail phase. You go right ahead, sir.
All right. Rolling the Nick special right off the bat.
Well,
I like
hey,
it.
I mean, that is your favorite number to roll, but that doesn't change the fact that, you can't fail, so you're good to go. Cool.
So I get to
dropping some
minus
build points, which is nice because Steve dropped one last time, but it didn't apply yet. So, but don't worry, Steve. I did notice it last time. Okay. Back to you.
Right. Yep. Nice.
So you succeeded. Did you have any unrest? You did.
Yeah,
you reduce it by one?
Yeah, I got a ton of unrest.
Did you reduce it by one already?
Yeah, I just reduced it by one. I'm adjusting everything now.
Cool. I'll give you a moment. And then the next thing we're going to do for you, sir, is we're going to go ahead and pay consumption. Now, your consumption, sir, is currently a 12. That's because of the taxes, because you pissed them off, as well as just like everything else in total. I don't think you have anything reducing your consumption better than that, so it's going to bring you down to 14. There you go. That was a hefty tax to pay. After that, you're going to fill your magic item slots. Do you have any open magic item slots? I imagine you do somewhere on your sheet.
All my magical. I can't make that joke. I was gonna say they just got burned down. Terrible, horrible person. Shin Rotar is open for one.
Okay. Choose somebody in chat to roll you a D100 real quick. We all know 51 or higher makes it.
All right, Snake, do it.
And do you want Snake to roll it through?
Yeah, roll it through, Snake.
So if you roll 51, go ahead and roll me another one. Just do like a period first, wait 5 seconds, then go. Waiting for them to go ahead and roll it for a snake. 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 Boom, snake. Do a period, like said to anything else, and then roll it again. Nick, is there a limitation to the kind of magic items that can be had in there?
Potion or wondrous item.
Okay, waiting for that D100, sir. I don't think Snake realizes you got to do this. So you do this, and then you do like this afterwards, like literally anything else, and then you can roll again. Why is it? It's not sending a period. That's funny. But anything else. Okay, 15 means it's going to be a potion. Go ahead and roll it one more time for me. All you need is 5 seconds between the D100s. As long as you have any other character, like any message, you can be oh, that didn't work. Like this. Anything you want, and allows you to send the in 5 seconds later. Ha! Yes.
All right.
Same.
Tell me this is a potion
I
of
stole it
grease.
from you. What? Now you can do it again. Bum 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 bum. And that result is, oh, you don't have to do it when you got skipped. Okay, 66, not quite a 69. 69, by the way, would have been dark vision. 66 is cure moderate wounds. Sexy. That's one totally worth buying.
Nice.
Yeah, cure moderate wounds. You can go ahead and throw it inside there. Let's move on from here, Nick. After you get that typed inside there, the next thing you're going to do is modify unrest. What is your loyalty currently at? Your loyalty's sitting at 40. Oh, all you have to do is roll a 2 or higher, and you can actually fix your unrest by 1 more. You literally have a 95% chance to succeed. Just got to roll the Royal Enforcer 1.
Oh, you know what? I rolled a luck. No, did I just fuck that up? You said Royal Enforcer?
Yep.
Weird.
Okay, I was going to say, is it there? Man, if he rolled a natty 1, that would have been awesome. If he failed, that would have been great. All right, you get to reduce your unrest by 1 more. So it's down to a 3. That's sexy. That saved you 2. And now your unrest is, I mean, you can still fail with a 5% chance if you ever tried that again, but that's at least working better in your favor. You just increase your stats by 2 just now. All right, now we're going to go to the assigned leadership phase. What leadership role do you want to fill out, sir? Or what positions do you want to move, or what have you?
So Joey made a high priest, but I don't know if we have to roleplay to get that in or what. That was technically done at least 2 sessions ago. I don't know if he planned to do that.
Yeah, if you have a person that you want to put in there, you go right ahead. Name is Isolde Windbrew. Let me check it out. Oh, I see the person.
Do I see the person?
Can you?
I
So let me give it
can.
to Varix. Nope, Neldorath. There you go. You can now see the person at the very bottom. I'll move them for you in a moment. Okay. They are a Hafue, so you get to have another Hafue in your group. That's exciting. And what position are they taking for you, sir?
High priest.
Because you don't currently have one?
Correct.
Oh, because they died or whatever, right?
That's not known.
Unfortunately,
Did you
we're in
account for
image
that in the penalty to your leadership score?
Yes, we already did that.
Copy image address. No, I think I can copy image. I think I can post it in the bio down here. Yes, I can do that. And then up here I can delete the image. And I can post it. I need High Priest. H-I-G. Put this here so it's less confusing. Boom. And you can set that picture inside there, but then it shows High Priest on your actual, like, little tabs or whatever. Cool. All right. So, how does this, like, putting this person in this position, how does this play out in your, like, meeting with your other peoples? Like, obviously, you're just appointing her, right? Cool. What are you... Like, where does she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Like,
Yes, there's a good backstory done up. I think she was one of the Hofue that were rescued when the little ice elves kind of ran through. and we kind of just adopted them into our clan. And since Eric's absence, she's kind of decided to step up and try to fill his shoes and lead us in a more
Apparently, she's actually
spiritual
fought you on the
direction.
battlefield a few times in your past, so nothing on screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So even though she was a leader of a tribe that fought against you, you've earned her respect as an enemy. But then when you actually saved the people from what you call it, she realized that maybe you're not all bad. That you actually you're more than just some invader into the lands. And like you just said, everything else there, the adopted in, things went well, blah blah blah. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So when people are appointed in your clan, is this like a conversation? Like, do you chat with others about this, or is this something like you just appoint it and they just and the other people accept it? Like, do you ask their opinions? Do they get to vote? How does this work?
Um. I would say I just appoint them. I don't ask for a vote.
Okay, so it's a full blown dictatorship. They're in the position. Get them comfortable.
Yeah, and I'll tell the counselors, like, make sure that they're filling the role adequately and they're not, they're staying in their lane. But this is the course.
Okay, cool. Done and done. Completely understand. Let's move on. So after that is going to be you appointed her. Any other people need to get appointed into leadership roles?
No, that is it.
Okay, cool. So and nobody's getting shifted. Nobody's being moved around. And you want to apply her actual stats where needed. Like for instance, that's probably going to use her wisdom, which is a +2. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's going to use her charisma, which is a +3. And as a knowledge religion, she has a +2, so she's a +5 stat character. And that +5 goes specifically to stability, something that you absolutely do not need to worry about, but that's fine. So your stability is like disgustingly high. This is where we were talking about beforehand, maybe shifting, maybe it was Jake's kingdom, maybe it was yours I was talking about, I don't remember, but maybe shifting some of your focus of your clan members, because your stability is just like so high, you could potentially do other things. Like for instance, you, Narin, add a +10 to stability. Do you have the natural ruler feat? I imagine you do, yes?
I believe so, yeah.
So that means you'll always add a 2. So you could, in theory, have shifted your focus to economy and loyalty, which means that you would have economy 8, loyalty 8, and stability 2. And your stability in your kingdom would still be a 50, 9, which is still unfailable. Even with 3 unrest, you're still unfailable, right? So this is one of those things to kind of keep in mind as you're developing your characters moving forward. Like Michiko, who only applies stability, you could totally replace Michiko with a much wimpier character, like a give somebody else in your kingdom the opportunity to build themselves up and prove their worth, because you have breathing room while taking Michiko out and allowing them to actually be a dedicated like diplomat, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Help me out here, Sal. Like person that goes out and
Ambassador.
Ambassador, thank you. So they could be a dedicated ambassador that you could spend 100% of their time outside of your kingdom, instead of having to be there constantly at least 1 week and doing advisor tasks. They could just be gone and always doing diplomacy. Just kind of one of those things to contemplate moving forward. Not a decision you need to make now, just something to contemplate. Cool.
Sure.
None of your other stats are that good that you would want to do that. Like obviously economy, you want to keep growing. And loyalty is not good enough yet. Blah blah blah. All right, cool. Moving on. Let's so you appointed her. You more or less just say this is the person. This is how they earned it. Appointed.
Yes.
Cool. After that, in your kingdom roles, sir, it's going to be claim or abandon hexes. Are we going to claim any hexes, sir?
No, I don't think so.
You know, one of the things Joey's mentioning is make them a viceroy. By taking a grand diplomat that you think would make a decent viceroy, you could send them into a clan and start ticking them down and doing the constant every month diplomacy check, diplomacy check, diplomacy check, diplomacy check, to eventually convince them to join your clan as a vassal state because of XYZ benefits, and then you just leave them there as the viceroy, and then blah 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 blah. But either way, you said, do you intend to claim any hexes this month?
No, I don't think so.
Because unfortunately you took that huge hit. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. After that is going to be building terrain improvements. Any improvements you want to build? For instance, how much were you paying to fix this fort up here? Or did you just fix it instantaneously because of that other ability last month?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Oh, we could definitely add some to the lake area. I'm fine with that, chat. I don't know why the enkindler just came onto my view. I must have clicked this person by accident. All right. So let me add more lake power. Oop. That motherfluffer back. Copy. Paste. Feeling some more of that lakeness monster. Boom. So the lake itself is starting to fill in. Starting to take up a bit more space, which is nice. Ooh. Which is good news, right? Right?
Yeah, does that mean Cell's girlfriend's moving closer? Or
Well, you have a girlfriend?
He's talking with the Kelpie.
Oh, hey, maybe. That's
Probably not. You know, she'll help us when we go into the north next time. Okay, I'm telling you, we're gonna be attacked by something. I'm gonna call out her name, and she'll come and help us.
Okay.
Yeah, the only time you call her is when you want something.
I mean,
Well, she literally said, if you need like anything, just call my name. That's like kind of the arrangement.
she's like, here's my number. Call me, maybe. I know I just met you. It might sound crazy. All right, we good? Nikolai? Cool. So
Yes.
any terrain improvements or no?
Not yet, no.
No?
I think I have too many buildings I'm currently working on. I need to save the BP.
Okay, I didn't know if you were trying to get any more of those commatory building ones. That's why I was asking. Cool. All right, next up is going to be improvement edicts. This is going to be your buildings. What buildings are you actively working on right now? So let's see. In Shinran,
1, 2.
Yeah, you need 6 BP. Oh, this is the month your military academy's done. So you're knocking down 6 BP right off the bat for your military academy. And I think, is your area already started? No, it's not started yet. That's just a plan. So, sweet. Military academy's done. Spend your 6. I'll add it to your kingdom. Down here. That's a huge one. That's a big boyo. That gives you 2 to loyalty and 1 more to stability, as well as 1 law, 1 lore, and 1 fame, which increases your... anyways, so that is nice. Nothing else is being built in Shinran. In Shinrotar, you had your stockyard. Will cost you 5 more, and you only have 1 month left in it, and then things get a lot better for you, so thank God for that one. Next month, things get a lot better for you. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Nothing else actively being worked on? Did you want to rebuild your Bordalo or your baths?
There's really...
It's half cost.
I forget. Half cost of a bath is what? 2 BP? Because it's next to the water?
Because you just spent, what, 11, right? So you're down to 3 at the moment? So let me look at baths. Is not in the basic one. And the other one was at a brothel?
Yeah, a bordello.
A bordello, sorry. Is also not in the basic one, so it's inside the book. You have it up, Sal?
Babs are 4 BP for 1 month, and a Bordello is 4 BP for 1 month.
Okay, so you have 3 BP left. You could fix one of those buildings. Which one offers a better benefit?
The bats.
Babs are nice.
Okay, so spend 2 more BP, getting you down to only 1 BP left, and we can fix the baths for you, getting them active again on your sheet. Which is nice. That's 1 economy and 1 stability put back onto your sheet. And I will turn it from being red to being the appropriate. Oh, you already fixed the color. Cool. So that's nice. That's at least fixed, and people can stop being stinky. And next month, in theory, you can fix the Bordello too. So I guess that means you're starting no building projects, because unfortunately this month you just had to pay ridiculous taxes and just try to fix the slap in the face from the slap in the face. Cool. After that is going to be obviously not going to create any armies or issue any military raising edicts unless you wanted to spend literally 1 BP to start doing that. But again, that in theory increases your consumption. So if you wanted to wait 1 more month until your stockyard's done, that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna
How many
wait.
people does he have in his army right now?
How many in your army? Well, it doesn't matter because recruits and reserves are 2 separate pools.
But 100 every 100 people only counts for 1 consumption. So if he has less
every
than
100 reserves, every 100 recruits.
they are in the same pool in terms of consumption cost, I'd imagine.
I'm almost positive they're in separate pools. You can look and see if it specifically says so.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't separate them in terms of the consumption cost. But just every 100
It says
people.
for every 100. It doesn't say 100 soldiers though. It says every 100 recruits and every 100 reserves. Which because you're.
I
putting them
don't
under
think it says
different.
that. But it doesn't really matter if you.
You look it up.
I'll look it up.
He's not going to do it right now, anyways. So.
Yeah.
But I think he has 220 people currently in his military.
Oh,
Yes.
Then
All right. Cool. Let's continue on. Nikolai, you are going to after that. Are we going to issue any edicts? Are we going to change any edicts in your kingdom? Like, for instance, change your aggressive recruitment to normal.
Nope, I need that for elites. We go over this every time.
Okay, I always forget. So thank you for
Yep.
correcting me. I just see the hurt to economy, and I'm like, but okay, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
And expansion, do you want to keep your expansion the same? Because you seem to be acting more cautiously. Honestly, it doesn't. It's not worth it. Because
Yeah, it doesn't give me
hurts your
anything.
economy and gives you stability. I mean, it's worth it if you brought it to isolationist, but again, because it saves you some consumption, but that doesn't make sense for you. You only be. I mean, granted, even as an isolationist, you can still grab 2 hexes around if you wanted to.
interesting.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And taxes, you're leaving normal. I saw you play with them for a second.
Yeah. I wanted to pretend I was Jake for a minute.
All right, cool. Got to command that Densha loyalty first.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. After that is going to be if there's no edicts, are you withdrawing or depositing into the treasury?
Neither.
Then, if you're rolling for BP, sir, when you click taxes, you get to add 2 more than usual. So instead of +6 from terrain, you actually have 2 from viewers, as does Cell and Jake on their next one. 1 came from Steve, and 1 came from Summon Snake.
Well, thank you for giving alms to the poor.
How much was it?
2 total.
Cool.
So we're going to
Oh, you put it in. Thank you.
first roll luck. Nice.
Nice. That's a BP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taxation. Normal.
Yeah, normal. Sadly.
Bonus BP is 6, right? That's what we said. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, don't suck. Oh, that's so tasty. Oh, that's fucking
That
tasty.
includes the +8.
I did +6. Sorry, so I need 2 more.
You need to. Oh, that sounds like you had the wrong modifier.
I will argue against this to my
That's
dying
fine. That's
breath.
fine.
It doesn't affect the roll number.
That's fine. He's 35 total, so he's good.
Every time you say it, and every time I get mad.
All right, 1 second.
That's a great roll, Nick.
That is.
Almost perfect.
The 20 would be an extra 3 BP. But 35 BP is a substantial amount. It's great.
That is fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Praise the luck gods.
Yeah, well, I shit the bed on the last one, but it was definitely nice.
Bygones be bygones.
Sorry, I'm just trying to check one thing.
Oh, I already added the luck in snake. So it's 35.
The luck doesn't get BP. The luck adds to the roll that is divided by the divisor. To be clear on it. So 3 since we have divisors of 3, so 3 on the luck is just 1 BP.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, sir, you when your academy was supposed to be done, remember you had the offer of that one clan was going to put some of its soldiers inside there to some of its instructors inside there to make your soldiers better. It was originally supposed to give you access to samurai class, but we were saying it should give you access to something else instead. Do you remember what it was supposed to be?
I think we were talking about a few options like reducing the divisor for creating elites or speeding up the training in general, and then we decided that realistically the kind of soul who delivered that fortune's favor or whatever it was
FF, yep.
should get to decide since the terms changed. I think that's fair.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Because I'm pretty sure the way it already works in Cell, please remind me, if you have a military academy and you train in the army there, they already get an additional tactic, right? Like, that's the perk of having a military academy. Like, they already get the additional tactic. So that's the idea is that maybe it's we reduce the divisor of the elites. So it's not quite as high of a divisor. I think I remember talking about that because we're also talking at the same time about increasing the divisor for things like spellcasters or whatever to make it more difficult. So I think that's how it was supposed to be. So it's not necessarily cheaper in the sense of like actual BP costs. It's cheaper in the sense of less soldiers required to pull it off, which eventually equates to less BP and less aggravation and da 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 da. So it gives you the opportunity to have more soldiers down the line, I think is what it was, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the way that we ended up going with it. I'll wait for confirmation on that one, but see what they whisper to me. But in the meanwhile, we're going to assume that. Okay, cool. Now that you rolled for that one, we're in the event phase. Were there any leftover events from last time that you needed to have the final decision on right now? Or are we pretty much at this spot where it's like, nope, we could start up with a whole new train of awful. I mean, fun.
Oh, God. I think we're good to go.
Okay, so the divisor is the one that's chosen, just to be clear. Good to go? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just want to do something really quickly. My wire setup is currently screwing things up, so give me 1 sec.
So, Nick, any events you're planning on doing yourself? No. Okay. Listen, I'm just trying to fill the space. Okay, you don't gotta give me that look.
I mean, in game, none that I can think of at the moment. I've been kind of checked out of Warmonger for a bit. But Samantha bought us Polyphia tickets in Boston, which is pretty fucking dope.
I don't know what Polyphia is.
They're
What's Polyphia?
pretty awesome prog. Yeah.
Prague?
I'll send you some tracks. They're really good.
Oh, a band.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you said pretty awesome Prague. I didn't know what a Prague was.
Yep. There's a couple of songs on there. Like I've been playing bass for like 20 years. I'm still terrible, but I took me like I want to say 3 hours to learn the first minute and a half of one of their songs. Yeah, progressive rock. They're heavier than they're closer to math rock. But
I
yeah.
love math. Math makes me so happy.
Nah.
Right?
It's very
So?
it's very technically done.
I don't know what math rock is.
It's basically when a bunch of music majors get in and write some nasty metal riffs and everything's like timed perfectly. It's
Oh,
I'll take
so
your word
nerd
for it.
rock. Okay.
yeah, it's like nerd metal basically. Yeah,
That sounds fun.
it's really good.
Cool. All right. So then continuing with your events, since there's nothing that's currently going on, let's look at these ones. This was April. This was May. Had nothing to do with you. So let's move on to the next person. We'll just close that. This one is April. Had nothing to do with you. I think we already did it. May.
Oh, I
Alright.
was Sel and I were talking, and there was we were kind of joking that we should start having rolls to see if an heir is born every turn.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. That was so because he's married. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun, actually. Do you want to do that for an event? What would the percentage chance be?
10% chance.
Roll for fertility?
I would just keep it a 10% chance and not make it weird.
Let's see. Pathfinder.
You know it exists, guys.
Percentage. What is it?
Oh God.
Let's see.
Of pregnancy.
You're gonna wind up on some weird fanfic.
True.
Just I'm telling you.
I found a paizo.com thread on it, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
That's a list.
So
That's
the
a-
first thing
that
that
still
pops up
scares
is
me.
from some vpfw.com, which I have no idea what that is, some sort of blog. It says fertility specialists, quote, approximately 5% chance per menstrual cycle of getting pregnant naturally after the age of 40 versus a 25% chance per cycle for women in their 20s, which is when fertility typically peaks. Okay, interesting. So how old is, what's her name again? I'm just kidding. We're not going to go down that path. I was just reading it 'cause it popped up.
okay.
We don't need to go
Yeah.
down that path.
Roll the 10% to 5% chance or whatever.
No, I'm actually fine with the 25%. I think that's more makes it
25?
yeah, it makes it more likely to happen, right?
Well,
So
with Nick Slacker, it'll never happen.
it'll never happen, right? So Nick, who wants to be your fertility roller in chat?
I'll let Nick roll it.
Who's rolling for
Oh,
you,
no.
swimmers?
But let's be
Swimmer
real here.
Steve.
Swimmer
What's up?
Steve. It's Scuba Steve. It's Scuba Steve. I love it. I love it.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Summon Snake is a little on the nose. Boop boop.
Oh my god, why is
Oh,
there so
God.
many S alliterations?
Oh. Abusive Snaga is not appropriate. We're gonna
That's
BDSM Snaga.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, roll me a D100.
What's the numbers? Is it 1 to 25? Is there
Yeah, sure. Yeah, rolling low.
Yeah,
It's a 1. Twins. Oh my god, it was close.
almost. Yep,
If you roll like a 1, do you get twins?
that'd be pretty funny. That should be like a, what is that, 1 in 100 chance, right? So if you're all natty 1.
That's why I said a 1, right?
Yeah. What is the chance of having twins?
Who becomes
is
the
that?
heir? Is that the one that comes out
What
first?
is the percentage
Oh my god, you guys are
chance
rolling so
of
low.
having
What the hell?
twins?
It depends on the type
It
of
should have been
twins.
Snake.
True, it should be like 2 and 3 for fraternal.
It's actually
and
a
1 for exact.
3.21% chance.
But that's
So-
why it should be 2 and 3 for fraternal, and then 1 for an exact twin, identical twin. I imagine identical less common than
Well,
fraternal.
it's a 3.21% chance of having twins. So that means if you roll 1 to 3, you could have twins.
Well,
If
that's
you
what I'm saying.
roll-
With the 1 being identical and the 2 and 3 being fraternal.
Well, they do say 3.21% chance of live birth. So first you have to roll to see if you get pregnant, and then
Okay.
you roll a D100 to that makes more sense.
I guess.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay.
As we spiral. Okay, that was fun. Next.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right. I was
It's
like,
good.
"Ugh."
Yeah. Let's. We're glad it's over.
All right.
That's all right. That's all right, Steve. You're gonna roll that for me every session now.
Seriously, suddenly I'm busy on Tuesdays. So
Tuesdays. Oh, yeah.
because he's at a different.
Imagine being in Tuesday right now.
Yeah,
Can't be me.
totally not an hour and 24 minutes away. So anyways, Captain Franco, let's after that. Okay, cool. Here we go. This is going to be from Michiko. Warlord, there is news from the north that the Kushibashi clan is falling out of favor with the northern clans, and it's spread to other opportunistic Karuk. Several factions of various clanless have decided to start assaulting our borders in the name of their own ambitions and greed. These vultures raid us constantly in the hopes for our clan to collapse and take our place as the proper clan in Kajinksi. Warlord, they must be dealt with. What's her name? Kolga? Nope. Karzug says, Warlord, I say we take to the fields. If it is a battle that they want, then it's a battle they will get. We'll gather our troops and meet them at the fields to remind the clanless of the strength of our clan. If all remember the history of Kushibashi, we did not assault another clan to gain our position and our place in Kajinksi. We earned it. We earned it through respect as well as our ferocity on the battlefield. And we'll continue to earn the respect by taking the battlefield to our enemies. Your royal enforcer, who happens to be, I honestly don't remember.
Zhao Meifen.
Oh yeah, Zhao. Your royal enforcer says, we'll make an example of him. Despite how many clanless we defeat, more will come to try their luck unless properly dissuaded. We find out which group of the clanless is the strongest amongst them, and we make an example out of them. Utterly destroy them, with only a few survivors left to tell the tale. Once that is done, we will make an ultimatum to the other clans to kneel before the warlord or never return to our lands again. The forests of Eldamar are ruthless. You either die or you thrive. They have the choice. They can die or they can thrive within our clan. And then finally your spy master, I believe, is Shala. Sorry, more yawns. While they are all our enemies, they are also rivals competing with each other. Infiltrate either into these various clanless factions and manipulate them to attack each other. So we can infiltrate into any of these clans, and we can make them fight each other. And then whatever remains, they either leave to lick their wounds, or we mop them up with our soldiers. We don't need to dirty our hands by fighting lesser foes. We can just remind them of their place. She just kind of shrugs.
I would say, okay, little B, this one is on you. This is, I think, the first time I'm really leveraging Zhao Meifeng in something. So they'll have to prove their place.
Isolde says, Lady Winifred, I feel, is with us in this Naran. Which is because someone just gave you Winifred's wisdom.
Well then. So that's what we're gonna do.
Do we have their
we're gonna go with
plotted out?
With Zhao's, yes.
Zhao effect. They have a +6 normally. Who made Zhao? Was it Summon Snake? Or was it
yes, I think.
Or was it somebody else?
I think Zhao was Snake.
I don't think Zhao has a focus, a special trait, or a flaw. Yeah, I don't think I ever did that. Okay, so let's talk about the difficulty of this, sir. You're gonna have Zhao do it. This is not an easy task for you, sir. You have a lot of clans constantly clashing with you. The length of time is actually going to take Zhao away from you for the entirety of the month. Like, literally, it's going to take them one whole month. But that's okay. So long as you have them with you next month for at least a week, you'll be fine. So they're going to be gone for 4 weeks handling this because it is not a small endeavor. But that is perfectly fine. The task is formidable. It's a very difficult one. But on the bright side, it's a stability task. So you have a +4 because your stability is so crushingly amazing. So Zhao usually has a +6, but you have a 4 from the stability. So you have a +10 against a DC 23. That means you have to roll a 13 or higher unmodified. Did you care to use winning now, or did you want to save it?
Yeah, we'll use the winning now.
Okay. So that means you have a +15 against this roll. Does Zhao have any additional abilities that you can use for them to try to make them look even more badass and maybe get a critical success in the situation? Get it done. Nope. +2 to skills. Nope. Unfortunately, Zhao did not get any of those other benefits. I don't think I posted May's updates yet for the advisors. No, I have not. I'm recording that this week. I've been busy on Thursdays, so I'm recording that this Thursday. 1 second. So every month, because Zhao came late, every month I've been catching Zhao up with the things that were missing from being a newer character. So give me 1 second to see where the boom. So they got. Are they leveled up? Is Zhao the same level as your other advisors, level 5?
Yes.
Oh, that actually means that this month, the month of May, they would actually get the boon called Friends in Places, Friends in High Places. So that means they actually have a +3 to 1 check because they actually have that ability starting this month. If you want, you can use that right now and get an additional +3, so you're rolling with an 18.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Let me just copy and paste that onto the sheet so at least we know you have it and that it's been used. Because Zhao was supposed to have it this month.
Zhao was a replacement for Hoko. So does the NPC get the carryovers from Hoko's time?
Nope, because it's a new character there. They get them all, but they come in later. You know what I mean? So that's why I've been kind of trickling them in to make it so that they do get them, so they're not punished. But at the same time, it comes in one at a time. So every month when everybody gets one ability, they get 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And almost done putting it in here for you, Nick. And short description, we're going to put this all used. Okay. Cool. So you're using Friends and Places now, so that means you have a plus 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So Zhao Feng is going to be rolling with a plus 18 against a DC 23. Only Nick can fail this.
This is facts.
Now you do still, of course, have luck die or what have you, that you could potentially use to assist in this. So why don't you go ahead and roll with a plus 18 against a DC 23. Oh, let me click over so they can actually see it. I was joking, but somehow you always roll 2. It is mind-boggling how you can always roll a 2.
What was the
How?
DC?
23.
Luck
Because
it.
No, it's fail.
the schemer that wrote this wanted to be a douche, so
Luck.
he made this one a 23. You can luck it, and you have a 50% chance of succeeding, but you still might fail.
I'm.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
thank
Success. See, you're
Thank
fine.
God.
man.
Thank God.
You're fine.
Thank God.
Snake, you don't have to tell me. I know. It hurts. It hurts. This is my luck in real life as well.
There, because it's not a critical success, it's only a regular success. I have to look at one of 3 ways this is successful. But the way that makes sense is going to depend based off of Zhao's details. So I'm going to check out Zhao real quick. Zhao happens to be I always think Zhao's a dude. Zhao happens to be neutral in alignments. They're wise, average intelligence. They're charismatic. What's their skills? Not high there. Good there. So I feel like that doesn't make none of that makes any sense for them. Yeah, so Zhao would just go for like a really good defeat as a royal enforcer or whatnot. Because there was like a knowledge aspect of a win that you could have had, but like Zhao isn't a knowledge gathering person.
No.
Zhao is just a get it done person, right?
Zhao's got a giant wasp familiar, so that's not a fun defeat.
Yeah. So this is going to do 2 things for you. One, it is going to resolve the situation. But 2, it's actually, I think for this one, because of how it was that you seem to command the Hafue and their pests on the battlefield, and how word is going to spread back about your commanding because of the fact that you use Zhao, your reward for this one is actually going to be 1 fame.
Okay.
Which is huge because that helps you with diplomacy in the future. What does that bring your fame to, anyways? Ooh, that brings you up to a 6. So we'll change that 3 to a 4. I mean, to a 7. That's good. That's really good. Cool. You can leverage that in the future, your fame in the future, which is nice. All right. So your reward for it is going to be 1 fame from the soldiers that were defeated and ran off and talk about the way that they were defeated, right? So we said, let's make an example of them. Utterly destroyed the strongest of the clanless groups, and they went running off, spreading the word. Others retreated, etc., etc., etc. But this took time. It wasn't like a quick thing. It was many battles and blah 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 blah. Cool. All right. Wow. The fact that Zhao almost failed. So that was awesome. All right. After that, sir. That's it for May. For that one. I'll check this one over here. Oh man, Shado has so many. Okay, that's it for there. Then we also had, let me just read another spot. I have more ideas coming from you. Click. Clickety click. Yeah, there you are. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This one. There we go. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I thought there was something that was said recently. Oh, there it is. Oh, not that one. Okay, never mind. That's not for you. That's for somebody else. Never mind. Okay, cool. So Nick, you also had to deal with the red mongrel. He's going to come and speak with you, as well as some more stuff coming from the woods. So, give me 1 second to read something. So, are you done? You're done rebuilding your fort already, right? Why don't you go ahead and who's your marshal?
My marshal is Tonscreet.
Cool. Why don't you go ahead and have your marshal make for me a where is it? Make for me an average kingdoms rolls check. This is a stability check.
So this is like his advisor.
Yep. And it's a stability check.
Marshal, Tonscreet, stability, normal. That puts him at 10. Average is 12. Oh. Broken. Okay, the dice is fucking broken. I meet it. Okay, I meet it.
There's 3 2s, Nick. Nick, refresh your browser. All right, reset the RNG. Okay. That's not how it works, but might as well try, right?
Well, it's a success. Unfortunately, not a critical success for you, but it was average. Makes sense. So the marshal, of course, he doesn't spend all of his time in your homeland or in the other town, right? He travels throughout the lands, goes to the forts, goes to the watchtowers, goes to other different places, right? That's his responsibility to do these sorts of things. So one of the things that he did is he actually comes back from your fort that you recently built and then had to almost immediately afterwards rebuild. And one of the things that he notices when he's out there is that those people that you engaged with, the people that unfortunately took away Eric Hoof, the people that you battled and barely succeeded, cleaved off heads, etc., they're still about. They haven't left. They haven't retreated into the woods. It's almost like the fact that you... Whoa, Jesus. It's almost like... thank you, Simon Snake. I'm afraid if you're just going to pile onto Nick's discomfort, or if you're just going to try to help him out. It's almost like the fact that the fact that you took this fort and claimed it for your own is like an affront to them. Because they, ever since you built it up for yourself, have not left you alone. They just back again and again. This time they're not actually attacking your walls. They tore them down before, and you were able to push them back eventually by dying, and then rebuild them, right? Now they're just watching them. They just seem to be spying on you. And you can totally get the idea that they are testing your defenses. They're planning, they're learning, etc., etc. Even though they seem to be some sort of simplistic people, that doesn't change the fact that they are still sapient and have the ability to grow stronger and to make wiser decisions as time goes. Cool. So let's. That's what Tonscreet is able to discover, and he kind of reports this back to you. I don't know if you want to hear from other advisors on how to move forward with this, or if you just want to sit there and chew on it for a minute.
I probably want to hear from. Yeah, we can bring in.
And Tesla, your character would be there, I imagine. Gil, I think.
I was listening, so I don't know what's happening.
Cool,
Let's
you'll
bring
figure
in
it out.
Shala and maybe Isolde.
Let me read Isolde again. I know what Charlotte would say, but let me read Isolde again. Age, okay.
Maybe Dazarox. Yeah, I mean,
Isolde is a wimp, huh? No strength, dex, or con. Somehow led a group of warrior people. Who else did you say?
I sold it. Desrock.
Okay.
Desrock.
One second. Okay, back to you. So you bring them in to explain. So the whole situation is explained out. I imagine you more or less turn to them and ask. And so Shala says, Warlord, the problem is we don't know these creatures. We know that you say that you fought them and they were beast-like. And that when you cleaved off their heads, they returned to women, into all women. But we don't know what this means. We don't know what they are. We don't know about their culture. We don't know how intelligent they are. We don't know what they're capable of. Usually I would say send in spies, but last time we tried to send somebody in there. Well, now that seat is being held by a Solde. So,
Too soon.
if we're going to try to discover information, we need to do so a different way. We need to get different eyes in there. For this, I can think of two ideas. One of them is to drum up local druids. Perhaps Isolde can help with this. Ones that can literally look through the eyes of the animals. Isolde had talked about this before. It piqued my interest considerably. Or we can reach out to Lenny's contacts. Supposedly the Arcane Congress, they have the ability to see things that are far away from where they are and understand what's happening there from safety of behind a fort or what have you. One of these options I think are our best, but we need information before we can act forward. Isolde scratches her chin and she says, yes, druids. They can see through the eyes. This is a good idea. We could do this. Also, stories. There are many stories that can be had. These creatures, they might not just exist in the woods. They might exist beyond the woods. You've seen the beyond. I've heard of it. I've heard you've punctured through before yourself. You've seen the open skies and the great wings that fill them. It is possible the tribes on the other side have more information. Approaching them is foolish. Eric is lost. But going through to the other side may be an option. Though, if I may be honest, they seem to watch. According to Tony, is it? They seem to hunt you. A distraction would need to be made. Gather their attention elsewhere before someone could safely make their way through. Daelric says, poison. It's funny, I just realized I think you have all women in this council here. I don't know what Gil is. Poison. Poison could work. They spend much time around our lands. We leave poisons out there. Poisons that they touch and it burns. Poisons that they eat and it hurts. We leave poisons, we poison the land, and we avoid it. It'll hurt the animals, but we avoid it. It'll reduce the amount that we can scout. We can't go deep into the woods, otherwise our soldiers could be hurt too. But it'll push them back, maybe weaken their numbers. Poison could do the trick. Gil? Gil? That's Celsius. Celsius.
Oh, sorry, I was not paying attention. I didn't think I was in the council. You didn't say me
Gil
or
was there.
Gil. You know what? It's because it's a new counselor. Because I was remembering the old counselor's name. That's on me. Okay.
That's bullshit. Just admit it.
I wasn't listening, but I was expecting to hear a different name, honestly.
Okay, so
Yeah, you're asking me about Lenny's context talk in Congress.
just his overall opinion of, or hers overall opinion of how to
Hers.
handle the encroaching, shall we say, beastlings.
If you do not think you can reason with them, then you must figure a way of dealing with them. If they can be reasoned with, like the Hafu way, then they could be useful assets too, could they not? Just like the many creatures that now work with Densho, the the goblins, the gnolls, and the ogres.
Mhm.
It may take time to build a relationship.
Shala looks to one of your attendees and says, "This man needs a coffee."
They took Eric from me. There will most likely never be peace. Shala work with the Solde to get eyes and ears out in the forest.
It won't be easy. She looks at Isolde. Isolde kind of shrugs and says, "My people don't think well of yours. We have our reasons. I'm sure you understand." He doesn't respond. He doesn't understand. Oh no!
No, I'm messing with myself. If you're talking
No,
about
not you. He says, execute order 66. Her ability score is also a +3. She's been there for 0 months. And what's her rank in the skill? Is it 15 as well? So Isolde has a +6. And she doesn't have focuses or anything?
Yeah, is it going to be a Solde or I kind of picked Shala's flavor, right? A Solde was trying to.
It's kind of both of them together, but we can do
Okay.
Shala, of course.
It doesn't matter to me. I just wasn't
And
sure.
let me just make
which
sure
one to
Shala's
put.
stat is the correct one. Just try to make sure she's up to date for you. By the way, Shala, did you tick these all up 1 month?
Not recently, no.
So this should be 31, 25, 17, 25, 4. This is literally month 1. 31, 31, 4. And that should be 4, right? Yeah. 17, cool. Her Shala's attribute is a +4. Where's Shala? Shala. Where the fuck is Shala on your character sheet? Oh, there she is. So her attributes are 4. Months is correct. How many ranks does she have? 11. So Shala's working with a +8 now. Okay. All right. So this is a loyalty check. Because you're trying to get the people to like serve you. It's gonna be a loyalty check. Hello, Silencio. It's gonna be a loyalty check, sir. But you're trying to get creatures that aren't your friends to assist you. So unfortunately, and it's not misinformation either. Unfortunately, this is not going to be an easy check for you. Utilizing a soul day will take both of them off your hands for a while. Neither one of them will be able to do anything because they're working together in this. So that brings your check from a formidable to hard, because the soul day is going to try to use her contacts. So you have a 20 DC with currently a +8 modifier. You do have a Winifred's Wisdom as well. You could try to use that if you want to, but by no means do you have to. Shala, I believe, also has high places unused. Yep, friends in high places is not used yet. You're welcome to use that.
Yeah, fuck it. I gotta. So that would be, I'll use the Winnie in that, so that puts me at a plus 16 against the DC 20.
Correct. Are you going to roll a 2 again, sir?
Challenge accepted.
Oh, hold on. And, okay. Ready to watch you fail. No, it's piece of advice. Let me do this one. Change this one. Cool.
All right.
Plus 16, baby. Let's do this. Ooh!
Huge! It's either 2s or 19s. It's 2s or 19s. That's my rolls today.
I mean,
I'll
I would
take it.
take that. I mean, I would take like more like 8 to 12s, but that's fine.
I mean, you beat it by 15, right?
Super critical success.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, you're able to get some information about this. The druids end up coming back and delivering information that apparently these women that happen to exist here, where they go to is they, when they're followed by animals whose eyes are pierced through by the animals. It's like a spell or whatever the druids could use. I can't remember what it's called, but it literally allows them to see through animals' eyes. It's like share sight or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
like that. With a familiar,
so
you could do that too.
you can also do it to just other animals as well. Yeah. So anyways, they're able to follow these beast creatures back. So first and foremost, all you notice is that there's only women that seem to be here, and one of the things is the women aren't always in beast form. Sometimes they are just humans as well. But the important thing to note about these human women is that they seem to be able to change back and forth at will. There's nothing slowing them down or stopping them from being able to change their form. They don't require like full moons or any crap like that to be clear. Okay, cool. That being said, eventually they're able to follow them all the way back to wherever it is that they have a home. It actually follows them back to deeper into the woods, old ruins that happen to exist down there. The ruins don't look too far off from the ruins that you have here. Actually, let me see if I can pull these ruins up for you. Let me plop something onto the map for you. Oh, that's not what I wanted down here. Let me get like an old fun little, here's a fun little picture. We'll just drop this over here. So again, deeper into the woods, you're able to find that there are more old ruins. Hello, Schnaga. Oh, Snatcher Girl, Schnaga. We're actually getting a hype train coming in. So I want to show you where this is. This is less intense woods where this happens to be. So the spot, trying to make this visible for you, Nick, give me 1 second. Let's see, is going to dynamic lighting. It's going to give off bright light by 1 mile. Boom. There you go. So they tell you that deeper into the woods, there's actually a small, in the middle of the woods that's there's actually a small area of plains. Hello, summon snake. There's a small area of plains that happens to be there. And the woods and this castle happens to be, or these old, not castle, these old ruins happen to be over in that area. And so that makes it so that like, that's where they return to. But the crazy thing about the spot that it returns to is that not only is it an old dilapidated building, but there are other creatures that exist there as well. So not just these beast creatures, there's other creatures as well. It's hard to make out the details. They don't know what they are. The creatures that seem to be made out of stone is what they look like, because at first the animals watching didn't know that they were there, and then the animals were killed. Like their sight was interrupted. But with critical success, they're able to keep watching and send more in because it piques the druids' own curiosity. And so they continue to look and continue to look because they knew this is an area, as a place that they don't themselves investigate. Visit. So now that they're investigating further, they realize there are creatures that seem to be made out of stone that can fly and move very swiftly, that also eat the other animals. But one of the things that you notice is that, again, all of these creatures made of stone seem to be male, which is strange to say the least. But that's where you're able to get that location. You're able to get that information, and so on and so forth. But on top of all of that, you're able to, with your critical success, also able to gain a little bit of loyalty in the land. So how much loyalty you can get? Let someone in chat go ahead and roll a 1d3 for you. Who do you want to roll that?
That is a great question. Snake, why don't you roll me a 1d3?
Snake, roll me a 1. Let's disappoint him. Oh! Snake dropping you a 3. That's sexy.
Oh,
I
that's
think that helps
beauty.
you out considerably. Let's see what events. Events goes from -2 to a +1 for you, Nick. That's sexy. I'll change it for you.
Nice.
That's a huge change in your loyalty. Wow.
Yeah, that is nice.
Cool. Cool. All right. So that being said, and you need those stats to be better. That way you can start doing like spy master bullshit, right? All right. Awesome.
Yes.
Bye, Sinatra girl. See you later, SG. Hell. So it looks like he's in prison. Oh. I can put bars on him if you want. All right. Cool. So you're able to discover that little bit right there. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Let me look at your other people. Nope, that is it for now. So you do have the red mongrel wants to meet with you. Do you want to do your random event first, or do you want to meet with him first?
Let's do the rando first.
Okay. So who's gonna roll for you? It's a 25% chance.
Let's go with Steve.
And what's what?
We'll go like 26 to 50 is the event.
Boom. Cool. He rolled a 27 last time, so maybe he does what a gun. Bring us the chaos, Steve. Nope, fail. Okay, that brings us up to 75%. Ooh, hello, Snaga again. Snoggen. All right. Now, one last thing before you actually meet with what's his fuck. So, Nick, there are strange weather patterns. Remember the good weather that kept getting rolled? Who is that? Jake, I think, that kept rolling good weather, right? Well, that good weather has brought strange winds, and with those strange winds, different types of seeds and whatnot kept falling into your lands. Now, the funny thing about these seeds is that the coming out of like the forests from the west is where they seem to land. One of two things would happen: either A, trees would grow from the seeds very quickly. I mean, very quickly. You can imagine this is almost like a natural way that the forest is able to constantly heal itself from all the dangers of your chopping and what have you that you've done. So this makes it so your sawmills are able to kind of like replenish where they're gathering the wood from, so that the trees are actually growing very, very quickly. But also the areas of the seeds that fall, sometimes the animals would just kind of like gather them up. So you can imagine like the squirrels and all the other chipmunks, all the other kind of animals around there would gather these things up and eat them. Rabbits, blah blah blah. But literally the shit that they would excrete from eating this would become this extreme fertilizer, making it so that all of your what are they called? Farms this month are going to have double effect. So all of your farms for this upcoming turn are going to be doubly effective. And then the turn after that, all of your sawmills will be doubly effective. So your consumption is going to drop for 1 month considerably. And then the month after that, you're going to have more BP generation for 1 month, as your workers are really taking advantage of the fresh woods that grew very rapidly near to the sawmill. Like, they would want to chop it down immediately, but you can imagine, your treasurer, what's his name there? It's not Ivan Ooze anymore, is it? It's Ferris. Ferris is like, no, stop! Don't chop it down. It's growing so quickly. If we wait, we'll have more tree nearby. Keep going for the long walk, you lazy fucks. Get the further away trees. Come back in a month or two, and we can get more out of this. Awesome. So that means that your farms, Nick, which usually reduce your consumption by... You have fertile farms? Right?
I
Yeah?
have no idea. Do I?
Yeah, you have 7 fertile farms, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so those won't be doubly effective. Those would just be one more, right? So your consumption will be reduced by 12. Let me make sure I get this correct. Will be reduced by 12. 19. Your consumption will be reduced by 19 this upcoming turn. So for this other, we're going to write negative 19. 1 turn. Right? Cool. So we're going to do this. Boom. Actually do it like this. If we merge, then we go center, then we make it smaller. Nice cute little font. For 1 turn, you're going to have negative 19 consumption. So you have a negative 6. Cool?
All right.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Oh, what's up, Rena? How are you doing, Rena? Rena's gonna get destroyed on Wednesday. All right. So, anything else, sir? Oh, yes. And now your chat. By the way, that came from a Fortune's Favor. That came from none other than Summon Snake.
Oh, thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Yeah. It says Nick needs this. Winds of favor blow across his lands, and the seed sand, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Back to you, sir. So, you go to meet the mongrel. Now, I can't remember. Where did you decide to meet with him?
I
Thank you.
thought we were all meeting in this like neutrally territory right here, just south of the lake.
Oh, that's right. You are correct. That's actually why we have literally those. Oh, that's right. Varric's met there, and so you're going to be there as well. Cool. So we take Varric's, we shove him back in his home. We're going to grab Nick and have him go there. Boom. Where are you? Nick, Naren. Cool. Turn him, make him smaller. Hey, Rena, want to hear something funny? I built the barn doors for my office, and even though it was 9 months ago that I bought them, I just built them today and stained them today. I just found out I got doors too big, so now I have to decide what the hell to do with them. I have to fix them somehow. All right, cool. Back to game. Sir, so you go to meet with him. What were the terms of meeting? I remember what they were for Jake, but did you have specific terms for the meeting? How to keep it safe for both of you?
Aside from just meeting in neutral territory, I don't think we said extra.
So who do you
terms.
bring with you?
Shala. Probably. Maybe Shala and Daichi.
Okay.
And Michiko. Yeah.
Charlotte, Daichi, and Michiko. And how about soldiers?
Yes, I would bring Shala's army.
What's Shala's army?
She's got a unit of 50.
Okay, so you're mobilizing an army?
Yeah,
That costs.
sure.
Okay, so you have to play a week of consumption or whatever for them. Okay, that's not a problem. We can definitely do that. The hype train is definitely heating up for a second here, so let's focus on that for half a tick, and then we'll go over it. Just because I know I'm going to be distracted by it. So I want to get into the RP and then break away. Sells in the lead. Oh, and then Nick ties. Nick's in the lead right too. Here we go. Oh, and he's pulling away. And Nick crushes the rest.
Wow.
Man, that was close.
For a while there. Yeah.
What was the score like?
Oh,
Oh, it wasn't
30,
that
18,
close.
3. No, at the very end there's somebody spammed. Like hard spammed. Cool.
Well,
right.
I've spent my 2 stored hype trains now because I had 2 waiting. So.
All right, cool. Nikolai, you go to meet with him. You bring a whole army of 50.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, a whole army of 50 against the Mongol. Yeah, but that's just, I mean, that's basically a token escort.
So when you guys are riding up, how do you ride? Are you surrounded by your army? Do you lead them? Are you behind them? How are,
No,
how are
I
you and your commanders with your advisors?
lead from the front.
Okay. So you have scouts. Why don't you go ahead and make a scout check for her army? It's a 1d20 plus whatever scouting is for her group.
And yeah, and I always, where the hell is the stupid scouting rating?
So you do military. You choose the group, which her army's called what? Or what army number is she?
Commander number 2.
Commander 2 and army number what?
Army number 1.
You said Shala's army?
No, it's army number 2, I believe.
Oh, you mean Zara's army?
Oh yeah, Zara, not Shah, Zara's. Yeah.
Is her army dead? This is dead.
That I think that was never changed. I had an army of 50.
Oh, okay.
I think I gave it to her, and then.
Gotcha. So her scouting is a +5. So 1d20 plus 5. Go ahead. An 11. So unfortunately, you find no signs of people aside from seeing one commatory rider along the eastern bank. So as you guys are riding, I imagine you ride through Densho lands. Would you go over the hills, or do you travel through the plains?
Through the plains.
Okay. So you'd ride south through Densho lands, which obviously isn't an issue whatsoever. You'd probably have a Densho escort meet with you to ride, like we're talking like 2 Densho soldiers to ride with your army through the lands or whatever in case there's any concerns. But then once you leave them, they would not follow you any longer. It's not like they're here to check up on you. It's more to be, a pleasantry as opposed to like being watched after. Anyways, so you notice that on the eastern, so if you actually look at the map there, on the eastern hills, you would notice that there is one commatory rider that happens to be there, but you don't really notice anything else. And then eventually, as you get closer and closer to where the town is destroyed, one of your scouts riding ahead would ride back and inform you, Warlord, there's nothing but 2 commatory riders that happen to exist in the just south of the town up ahead. Of course, you're riding north, so just south of the town.
That's fine. I think if there's just 2 of them, then Zara and I will go out there.
Okay. How far back do you have your army and the rest of your advisors?
If I can't see them, then that's fine. I'll just leave them where we met with the scout, and then they'll lead us to the 2 commatory.
Okay, cool. So you're talking about like a good 2 miles back. So
Yeah.
nothing crazy far, but at the same time, not like right the fuck there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool. Again, 2 miles is not far, especially on a commatory, right? So you go jogging ahead on the commatory with Zara. This gives an opportunity for you and Zara to actually have a little bit of a chat. Warlord, what do you expect to come of this?
Have I gotten the kind of down and dirty from Cell and
I haven't met yet. Well, technically I would have read this on timeline wise.
yeah, has Varix told us like
Varix ain't here. You haven't got any details from him yet.
we're gonna hear what the mongrel has to say. Right now I find us we're surrounded on three sides by enemies. If we have an opportunity to reduce that side by one, then we should take it.
She hears it, stays quiet for a minute, and then chimes up again and says, "But what if this is a trap?"
Well, our sources tell us that the mongrel can field 1,000 troops on command. If this was a trap, it doesn't really matter.
She nods. Do you intend to fight, or are you genuinely expecting diplomacy?
I have no expectations. But if it comes to strength of arms, I will certainly try to take take the mongrel's head.
Um, she once again kind of nods and says, "Well, as always, Warlord, I will follow your lead."
If it comes to that, you are to flee. And
You say that, and before you even finish speaking, she gives you like a pissed off look. Like, what?
the clan is more important.
She shakes her head and says, "Scouts will see what happens if things turn to that. The scouts are paid and trained to do that task. I'll not leave your side."
Understood.
She once like you kind of like take that and agree. She like leans into the ride and gets quiet and just starts riding ahead. You know, eyes steeled ahead. You know what I mean? All right. When you get up there, you can see there are two Karok sitting on top of Kamatori. Like I said, just to the south of the town. And I imagine you start riding up to them. Where do you stop, or at what point in time do you call out to them? How do you handle this, Nick?
I think we'll just trot right up. I've got my banners flying high, so I don't. I'm not being timid by any means.
Okay, so you go trot right up to them, and they of course acknowledge you. One of them even give you like a head nod, but they don't say anything.
It's a waste of time. I'll speak up. Where is the mongrel?
He's here.
If he hasn't come to speak, let's get this done with. I'm not a fan of theatrics.
He shakes his head and says, "You left your army behind. He leaves his. He'll be here soon." So, do you say anything else, or you just agitatedly sit there and wait?
Yeah, I'll just kind of grunt and wait.
You can roll a perception check. Feel free to roll them for Zara as well if you want, but more important for you anyways.
Sure, I think my perception's terrible anyway, but
When you have a bladder infection, you're in trouble. Okay. And you want to roll for Zara as well, or nah?
yeah, I should find her sheet because
She's into armies or some shit.
Oh, this tab is so busy. Armies, yeah, there she is.
I'm so sad those doors are too tall. I have to cut 4 inches off of them. Ugh. All right, so all right, with a 19, so Zara would be the first one to point it out. She would actually gesture and be like, "Warlord, do you see that?"
Where am I looking?
North, in the abandoned town. I mean, obviously the two soldiers that are ahead of you, just to the north of where you are, but probably by like 30 feet, 50 feet, whatever it is, or less if you got even closer. They're just to the south of the town, and more than that, they're just to the south of like where you know that the fungus or whatever it is that's growing inside there is dangerous. They're outside of the area that would be dangerous. She gestures and she says, "Look in there. You look and see. You can see someone kind of above the buildings coming towards you. They are a massive person, and I mean a massive person. At first, you're like, how the fuck are they that big? But then once they come more into view, as they get closer, you understand. Well, first and foremost, they are a mountain man, which means that they are close to 8 feet tall. They are absolutely huge. And of course, they wear their armor and what have you on them, which broadens their shoulders beyond their just incredible strength that they have. But the reason why they seem to sit so tall is they're literally riding a mammoth, like an actual mammoth, as they're coming towards you. This is a huge-sized creature that they're sitting on as they come forward, being effectively a large-sized person on top of a huge-sized creature. They are just massive coming towards you. And being a mammoth, it moves at a steady pace, not particularly fast. So this certainly gives a few moments of thoughts to yourself, or conversation if you'd like, prior to their arrival to you. It's a wait, because it moves deliberately. Do you say anything to Zara?
Yeah, I'll be like, looks like it tastes good.
She'll chuckle and say, "It looks tough." And then she'll kind of like steal her gaze again ahead and say, "In more ways than one."
Yeah. You gonna give me 10 fingers so I can reach him?
She'll actually chuckle to that one. Go ahead and roll me a sense motive.
Oh boy.
You can see one of the two soldiers ahead of you chuckles as well, but tries to stifle it. Like they clearly heard it and thought it was funny. Anyways, so the mongrel comes riding up. It rides right through the spores or whatever that's inside there. Doesn't seem to affect him in the least bit. Eventually comes down. The two commatory riders that are there move out of the way for him. He rides up straight to where the commatory riders are, and then lifts his leg over and drops with a onto the ground. And then will stand straight and tall, standing well over your height, even though you're sitting on your commatory, and makes his way over to you. Walks towards you and gives an appropriate head bow, obviously not a full bow, right? Because he is effectively a warlord as well. He gives a head bow and says, by the way, don't forget there's also, what's the other one? Cell. Daddy? Dadvice? I think there's also Dadvice you can do as well in chat.
I didn't know there's another command.
Oh, there is. It's exclamation point Dadvice, I think it is. Anyways, so back to you, sir. He walks up to you and gives like the appropriate head bow and says, Warlord, Warlord Narin of Clan Kushibashi, who has ridden from the east to the west, cleaving through his foes, commanding the respect of both his allies and his enemies, before being gifted a clan for his valor and bravery. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Aye, and you must be the Red Mongrel. Do you have other names than those of?
Actually, you would know them too. I'm so sorry. I'll
Eisen.
gladly copy and paste.
Clan Eisen. Odeheiser Eisen, I think. Odeker.
Yeah,
Odeker.
Odeker Eisen. Yeah, but I'll get him more details in half a tick. Sorry. I did not prep you for that, Nick. That was
You
douchey
did
of me.
not.
Give me. I'm loading the page right now. Scroll. Hold on. It takes forever. Hold on. Google Doc. Scroll. Here we go. is information is copy, and Nick, I'm gonna DM you in Discord. There you go. So it's Clan Eisen, of course, because Kushibashi Narin, Eisen Odeker. That's how you can see it there. So those are the various names he has. I imagine you go through the whole list.
No. I'll say, if it isn't the Black Warlord of Clan Eisen, honored to meet you on mutual ground. And I'll dismount as well.
Okay. Obviously, your character's not short by way of the people that you lead, but unfortunately, next to a mountain man, you come up quite. It's like being before Hagrid, right? You come up short. So, anyways, unlike Hagrid though, he doesn't have bad posture. So you come walking forward. So you dismount as well. He says, "I must ask, Warlord." No, he doesn't say that. He says, "I must ask, Narin. What made you choose to meet with me?"
Let's see here. To be blunt, I find as of late my allies to the north aren't the kind of allies I would like to hold close. And if Lord Varix sees merit in our meeting, then I must give it due consideration.
He nods. "Walk with me." And he will turn and go to walk with you. Zara, of course, gives you like an immediate look like, should I follow?
No, I'll tell her to hold.
Okay. He'll turn and he'll walk with you. He moves at a deliberate, like a slow, deliberate pace as well. He's not doing the whole "I'm taller than you, jog to keep up" thing. He's nicer than me to Brittany, you know. So, he is walks again at a steady pace that's comfortable for you. "How goes the growth of Clan Kushibashi? I understand it started small, but recently grew considerably in size."
Growth goes well. We have seen great strides since we have formed our Southern Coalition. It's amazing how much the Kerr can thrive when they don't have to worry about knives from all sides.
Indeed. These are some of the truest words that you could say. Unfortunately, it seems to be the curse of Kajinksi that it can never properly rise to the place it belongs on these lands, because it spends too much of its time honing its blades just to slit its own throat.
Yes, it seems that there are a few at the top who use the rest of Kajinksi as farming grounds to keep themselves fat.
The Karak are by nature a warring people. It is in our history. It is in our blood. It is how we belong to be. we will always raise a blade. The oldest of us and the youngest, the men, the women, and all in between, are willing and capable to fight, to wage war. But these wars need to be fought against others and not ourselves. With leadership as it stands, things will never change. As you have just said, the cat will never hunt the rat as long as its bowl is filled by those hands that are so easily feeding it.
While well spoken, we are stating the obvious.
Indeed, which is why I ask, what are the plans of Clan Kushibashi? It has grown rapidly, but has recently stagnated. I think we both know why. If stagnation was put aside, what is Clan Kushibashi's plan to move forward? Where would Narin lead his people?
I'm trying to think. On the map is up north. Oh,
It's Wolfma and Vok.
is north. Yeah, so we would head west. I punched through Eldamar. I've seen what's on the other side. And while it's terrifying, with the united front, there is rich, fertile plains and new resources that Kajinxi could have for its own. I've seen a beast of a bird so large that your fuzzy mount would be nigh a snack. This is the power that Kajinxi needs to seize. This is the power that Clan Kuchibashi wants to seize.
He says, and that is your plan, to move into there. To move into Eldamar deeper and claim these woods as your own. To be
I would
Lord
claim
Mori.
these. Go ahead.
He says, to be Lord Mori, Lord of the Woods, Lord of the Forests.
Yes.
And what of the other clans in the south? What of Wolfmaw? What of Vok, Densho, and the others?
Wolfmaw is weak. I have seen they make no attempts to push forward. It's from my knowledge, they suck on the teat of Zinquin. Vok is growing, but they have no room to grow. In my opinion, they should strike out, punch through Wolfmaw, and join me in my escapades into the west.
The two of them bear an allegiance, do they not?
I think Vok has no choice. You've seen their lands. You've seen their borders. In a world surrounded by stagnation, they have no room to grow. I've all but ensured they can't move south. And while I understand their plight, I won't cede my lands to them. I think they can be convinced to punch through Wolfmaw.
Indeed. What does he say?
And they're worth cultivating, whereas Wolfmaw is not.
Wise advice given freely. He like gives like a head bow of appreciation, but doesn't say anything else to it. He says, And what of your love to the clans to the north? The three that rule from on high. What is your opinion of the clans and their leaders?
I have met no leaders.
You have spent time in the north, have you not?
Oh,
Attended their pageantry.
I have gone to their gallows. I have seen them. I've seen their peacocks. There is no corrupt leadership in the north.
And what if there were?
What if? Would it be a new stagnation? A different stranglehold? More taxes?
Kajinxi will only prosper if there is one clan. One clan. Not dozen. Killing each other. Hurting themselves. Kajinxi needs to stand together as a whole and continue to push and fight our ancient enemies. The Daelish will fall. Paradel will bleed. Would Narin, warlord of Clan Kushibashi, kneel to one clan's leader? Or does Narin see a different path for himself?
If the North falls and unites under one banner, Clan Kuchibashi could be convinced. Our ambitions lie in the West.
And war needs fuel.
I care not who collects my taxes. Eisen, I truly care not. My people prosper, we grow. If all of Kinjingsi can reap those benefits.
He shakes his head. He says, "What land does Clan Eisen hold? What taxes does Clan Eisen collect? The difference is we fill our coffers with what we take from others. By war, the way it is meant to be done. Now, I am no fool. I understand infrastructure need be maintained. Buildings must be raised in more way than one. So taxes will always exist. But taxes need to be spent on such things as infrastructure, maintained by those that oversee the lands, not by some fat cows playing pageantry in their enemies' clothes."
Yes, I believe I could stand behind something like that.
The North will fall, if not by one blade, then another. The time of reckoning is coming. There is unrest, not just in the Barren Lands, and I'm sure Varix can tell you much of it. There is unrest happening throughout Kajinxi. Many of the clans are sick of it. Clans that are much older than your own, that have fought to gain their position and have stagnated for years, for over a generation. They're the remnants of clans that have fallen, that are tired of their weakness. You brought one of them with you today. You think that they joined your clan just because they like to share the knowledge that they've learned? No. There is a growing movement. The North leaves a sour taste, a bitter flavor in many mouths. The tongues will be removed. I'm giving him a moment. It looks like he's fixing his audio. Good now? You good now?
Yeah, one of my headbuds just died.
Yep,
So,
nope. That's why I was giving you a moment. I could tell.
Yep.
The guy I used to work with, Brian, he would do the same thing. He would use one and then switch to the
Yep.
other one just to make things easy. Yeah. Because we only had 6 hours from each, so you just charge back and forth.
Yeah, but these Zoom calls, they eat them alive. But
It's funny. I actually charged these just before I did a call for a Patreon session, and they haven't died on me yet. But I imagine, first of all, bigger battery, right? But I imagine it's going to happen sometime soon. And then I have my other headphones I can just switch to. Either way, it's just nice to be able to walk away sometimes. Anyways, so unfortunately, I can't even get to the base of the stairs in the basement. So I was kind of hoping I'd get longer range, but I just got an Asus dongle for like $22 at Best Buy. So nothing crazy for the computer. Anyways, I just didn't want to have to attach anything to my motherboard. All right, so where were we?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware of the rot that infests Kijigsi, and I'm no fool. And I've seen remnants of clans. They flock here and through other southern clans because we still hold honor.
They can smell the blood on your soldiers. They know that despite the size of your clan's army, there is battles to be fought. Do you know how pathetically small your armies are?
My pathetically small armies, I do believe, repelled more than three times their number of your own troops.
This isn't a pissing contest. What I'm
It's
saying
not.
is, as small as your armies are, they actually see battle.
That's because we live and we die by our strength. That's what it means to be Karuk. That's what it means to push into Eldamar. That's what it means to expand and grow.
Why do you think I have this meeting with you now? I sent soldiers under new leadership to attack you. I expected you to fall, buckle beneath their weight. They were defeated. They were defeated handedly. I understand we had our successes. And he looks back across the distance to where the four Commatorii are and the mammoth is. But she lived, did she not?
Yes.
A request was made to go back and take her life. I removed the hand of the man that asked it. She earned respect that day. They lost, but she did not. We are speaking because your soldiers fight. They cut deep before they fall. These are true Karuk. The other clans will have no such meeting. They will die, and they will join. That is all. When the drums of war beat, Will you come to the call, or will you stay here as isolationists?
That depends on who's beating the drum.
Listen for the beat. Actions will be weighed. I hope to have deeper relations in the future. For now, this winter perhaps will bring a greater warmth than the last.
We shall see.
He will turn and start making his walk back. It'll be all silent for a couple of minutes. Do you break the silence? Is there anything you wish to ask or say?
I'll just come out and I'll be like, and what says Varix about your plans?
He'll turn to you with a little smile and hold out his open palm. Well, you'll see like a healing wound, like a scar. You have to go ahead and roll a history check for that one.
Is it history, warlords, nobles, straight up history?
What is that? Let me look at your sheet. Are you trained in history?
No.
Oh, okay. Then let me see 1 second. There you are. Open page. I clicked you. There we go. Slowly loading. There we go. Okay. Warlords, no. Nature, no. Oh, you only have warlords. Yeah, unfortunately, none of these. And you have no ranks in any of them either. Yeah. You would not know the meaning of it. So you'd have to either ask or leave a quizzed face or just play along like you do.
I would just simply be like, I am but an orphan boy with a bird. That means nothing to me.
It's of the old ways. You're not from the barren lands. It's a blood pact.
I see.
He says, you know Eldamar better than most, I imagine. The beasts that are in there, and the lust they have for battle, for blood. Can they be manipulated, directed, enticed to attack? And if so, specific locations or regions?
I would have to confer with my druids, but I do believe they can be baited. Anything can be baited.
Kamatori, I have skilled riders in droves. A couple dozen on either flank will do little to aid in any battle that I engage in. However, chaos, distractions, confusion, these are things that would aid my army. But not in the south. It must be much deeper and further north. Speak with your ally. See what can be done. Perhaps if a understanding can be made and that gap to the north closed, perhaps there is space for you yet. I look to make deals that are mutually beneficial.
I will speak with my fellow warlords.
He will kind of like, as you guys you're getting closer, though far enough that again Zara and the other two cannot hear you still. He nods and says, "Then understands this. When everything happens, the lands that belong to Kushibashi will remain Kushibashi's lands, and not even a step taken, as those are rightfully earned, the ways that you have earned them. But the rest of Kijinksi will belong to one clan that Kushibashi will serve and be a part of, and no further will Kushibashi step to the north, to the east, or to the south, but unlimited expansion to its west."
These are certainly agreeable terms.
Agreeable in more ways than one. You say there are beasts to the west that are difficult to take down. When such things are encountered, the north will come calling. As there is only one clan, that clan must succeed on all fronts.
What a battle it would be to fight that beast.
He will turn and face you and say, "You do not live the old ways, but the old ways are becoming known to you by the Ashen Orc. You seem to be a marriage, a union between the old and the new. You have the honor of the northern clans as they were meant to be. But the warrior spirit of the south as it always was. In the name of the old ways, but with the honor and respect of the new." He will hold out his hand and draw a blade from behind. God damn it, that blade is huge. It is a what is a dagger to him would be a short sword to you. He holds out a blade, and he holds out his hand, the same one that has a healing scar on it. "Will we come to terms? Beating drums will pull your soldiers to the north, or chaos behind it."
We will come to terms.
He will slice into his own flesh, making effectively an X in his hand, and hold it out for yours. Go ahead and roll me a sense motive.
All of my best skills.
Ooh, you know.
At 19.
It's only 19s and 2s, baby.
That's right.
So he can't hit the min, he can't hit the max, but he's right there. So anyways, so you, sir, are you understand that you are expected to also slice your own hand open for the shake.
Sure. I can slice mine.
Yeah. Again, you suffer like 1-2 points of damage, nothing really noteworthy, right? And you grasp bloodied hands with him, and it's a tight grip. But again, he's not like trying to prove a point. He's not like that dick that's trying to crush your hand. He just has a massive hand that's very strong, and he's giving you a respectfully tight grip. So obviously it's a little bone crushing, but he's not being a dick about it, right? It's not like your character's weak by any stretch anyways. So anyways, it's a tight grasp. And again, it's done so in a way where definitely Zara and the other two soldiers can see it. This is very obvious to them. And then with that, he'll turn and walk the rest of the way to where all of your mounts or whatever are. Do you say anything else at this point or no?
No.
Okay. When you finally get back to your various mounts or whatever it is, he goes up to his mammoth. Before he climbs back up on it, he'll turn back to you and say, "Warlord Narin of Clan Kushibashi, I expect you will hear from me again." Sorry, no. He says, "I expect we will meet again."
I expect we shall, Warlord Odeker.
Then again, it's like a two-step, and then finally the leg kind of like hoists over as he climbs up the side of the mammoth, with the grabbing the fur with like a little step or whatever that's there. Climbs up and, god damn it, he's so massive up there. And then he will turn and start making his way back through the city. His two soldiers will turn and have to ride the circumference around the city. They will not ride through it. Zara watches them. I imagine you climb back onto your mountain. I imagine you don't sit there and watch them walk away, right?
No,
maybe for like 5 seconds or so, and then you mount and ride off. Zara will say to you as you're heading south. So?
If you were to choose between someone who would fight you in full scale combat, or force you to stand aside while he burns your home, which would you choose?
I want to respect the enemy that I face, but I'll cut them both down alike.
Agreed.
You okay with that, Sal?
I was checking my blisters, and they're still really hurt.
Did you wear gloves?
Yeah, I still got blisters.
Were they your gloves or Dad's gloves?
They were mom's gloves because my dad's gloves wouldn't fit. They were a little tight.
So, word of advice: go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware. Or something.
I don't do labor ever.
Listen, buy a pair of gloves that you find comfortable. It's worth it.
Yeah, probably.
I buy them like 3 packs, and I have so many pairs. So.
I don't do labor very often.
I know that not often, but I promise you, having one pair is just worth it.
Listen,
you know what I mean? But no, listen. And you.
I was told of this. I was told of this on my way home.
That's okay. You leave them in the trunk of your car because then if your buddy's like, "Hey, can you help me move a desk?" You just throw on a pair of gloves. Because you know what? You're gonna clip your hand in that doorway. You know what's gonna happen? Right?
It's not wrong. It always happens. You always clip the fingers.
But if you had a pair of gloves on that your buddy makes fun of you for, guess what? You're not in pain.
You probably still are in pain. Just less pain.
No. It won't hurt. It'll literally stop most of that ouchies. Yeah. What are gloves? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
All right. Sorry for the interruption. I just hurt myself. It's okay.
So you put gloves in the trunk, condoms in the glove compartment. That's
okay.
what you do. You always have protection
I'll know
anything you get your hands into.
I'll note that when I get a car. Okay.
Oh, I assumed you had a car. My apologies.
You've assumed this, and every time I've corrected you, you just always forget.
I got a car at 18, right? It lasted me years. It lasted me. That died after I got married. So, old Zandos.
Oh God, was it 18? I thought you lasted longer than that.
Maybe it was 19. Yeah, maybe it was 19. I moved
Scott was a
everything.
hardcore hippie, and he didn't want to get a car because it was bad for the environment.
Yeah, so instead I got a Civic, which was good for the environment. I remember being in high school and really being like, oh my God, look at that. What was it called? The Honda Insight? What was the hybrid that came out with back in like 2001 or so? I was like, oh
Oh,
my God, this car is amazing.
yeah, the little coupe.
Yeah, I think it was called the Insight, and it had like the regenerative braking and all that stuff. I was like, this is so cool. Things
Yeah,
are
it was
cool.
ugly.
I still want a
It was
fucking
bad.
fully electric car. But I
I
still want to.
just drove the BMW i4 M50, and it's really nice.
Your brother has a Tesla, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember I was talking to him about wanting one, and he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He kind of like went off the handle about it, whatever at the time. But
I'm still waiting for an electric truck, I think. But
yeah. I mean, there's some sexy ones, some absolutely sexy ones that are out there. The problem is they're not mass produced enough to make them cheap enough to buy. So,
yet,
they're still in limited
I
stock.
think a
So,
couple more years will be good.
well, that's why, like, if I can make my Civic survive until 2025 and then get my electric car, I think things would be significantly cheaper. But Brittany wants me to literally wait until January and then get one. So, but
I'm in the same boat with my Volvo. So.
yeah, I thought you lease, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy this one out. I've got a ton of equity in it, so
Gotcha.
I can buy it and sell it and make money. So
Cool. All right. So, anyways, where were we? So, she says she's delivered the line. I would, cut them down equally. What was your response to that, if anything?
my response was more of a yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see who our allies and enemies are once we meet with Varix and Tesla.
She nods. After like a minute or so, she'd reach into like the side saddle or whatever of her the commissary, and she'd hold up a bottle and say, "I brought good gin," and she kind of like gestures towards your hand.
I'll pour it on my hand, but she's pregnant. She gets no booze. And gin is disgusting.
I don't think we know how that works.
I mean, I think
stronger.
I think you might
Gin is
know
disgusting.
because
I mean, it's Barbados's, so it's not like damage is gonna get done. But
bro, based. That guy was stupid as hell. Holy shit. He had a sense motive of -25, okay? Let me tell you. He killed 2 men because he misinterpreted shit. That was such a funny scene, too. Oh my god.
It was so funny. The short version was these people like delivered information. So he's like, toss him 2 coin. He's like, give him 2 coin. He's like, yeah, give him 2 coin. He murders them. And they're like, what the fuck? He's like, I thought you meant like give them 2 coin like for their eyes. They're like, is that even a cultural thing in this world?
It was such a.
He's just kind of like,
It was-
whatever his laugh was.
It's not a thing. I think it's just Barbados being Barbados.
Just Joey.
He's not very. He's a crook, okay? They're not known to be very bright.
Anyways, cool. So you ride back, and I think that concludes everything for you. Yeah. So, if we're gonna sum this up out of game, more or less, keep pushing westward. If you want, talk to the clans to the north. Maybe you can convince one clan to attack the other clan and either unify with them or work with them or what have you, because the idea is to push chaos in the north from the woods itself if possible. So I don't know if there's something you want to do. Now correct me if I'm wrong because I don't have the names written here. Vok is the purple one, right?
yes,
Oh, wrong one. Give me 1 second. On Roll20 is just lagging ass. There we go. VAHK. Vok. Cool. And then bring that to front. To front. And this one over here is Wolf Maw. Wolf Maw. Once again, bring that to the front. Cool. So you want to talk to Vok and see if you can convince them to more or less turn on Wolf Maw with you. That's kind of like the plan here. So we can get into it, because Wolf Maw itself also stretches into the whatever those lands are called. So I don't know if it's one of those things, if you want them to push or if you want them to just sit on their hands while you push. I'm not sure what your plan would be. That's maybe something to talk to your allies about or your advisors about. Maybe not less your allies, unless you just want their advice. Because you more or less just want what's what's in the woods, right? But
Yeah.
the plains are nice too. So cool. All right. I think that's it for you. You're done. You're good. We're not missing anything else, are we?
I don't think so.
No, it's Wolf Maw. It was always Wolf Maw. I don't pronounce my R's as H's.
It's Wolf Maw.
Yeah. Like, let me just check my other map just to be sure.
That's what you called it when, like, forever ago. So
Yeah, my other map
in my
actually has it
notes.
written on it. Just because they try to correct me, so I'm just making sure I'm not crazy.
Well, I guess it's time for my kingdom rules. There's nothing
Yeah,
else. Oh, random event.
WOLFMAW. Nick already did his random event.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, let's go.
Let's see. The one down here is called Land Liway. And that one was Skull.
Wait, it's a leeway.
Leeway? Yeah, Leeway. Sorry, not Liway. Sorry, I'm done.
Okay, I thought you were like you named it after leeway. I didn't realize you actually said it for war grown.
No, I said the word wrong. Why? What's Leeway?
All right. Well, I'm ready to start rolling if we want to do it.
1 second. Clan Leeway is right here. It's the green one.
We also might want to go to break real quick so Nick can go.
1 second. Bring to front, and then I don't think I ever put Skull on this other one. Where is Skull? Oh, you already took Skull.
Yeah, they're mine. And I got mega punished for it. Such is life.
I mean, you deserved it though.
Do I?
Okay.
Do I really? Probably, but you know.
All right.
You didn't have to say
So
it.
Nick, you gonna go you gonna go to bed? Bye.
Yep.
Bye. Once he pops off, I'll fix the overlay for us. Oh,
Yeah.
we're not muted, just so you know.
Nick will eventually hit the leave button.
I'm getting there.
You
Suck it,
don't
Sel.
be mean to him. What? Now he has to
Yeah,
be mean to you.
Yeah,
Very
that's right.
Gross.
He does.
Trying to be nice. I should have used all the luck. Motherfucker.
What do you mean? I let you go first to be nice.
What do we usually put? Does it usually say Tessel Shado?
No,
Shado
Shado Tesla,
Tesla.
right?
Or Shado
Because
Tessel?
it's clan name then person name.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm or whatever. Sorry, it's just lagging really bad. And your font isn't Comic Sans, it's
I have no idea what
Morpheus.
our font is. You made them different for Inclement for each person.
Yeah. And what's his name wanted Comic Sans?
Was it Neil?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's because of the character. Like it was meant to be for that character. It was like the joke.
Hey, Comic Sans isn't a terrible font choice.
It is a terrible font choice.
For professional stuff, yeah. Anything else, it's okay.
Come on, you bastard.
Yeah, I know I was warned, but like in game, it made sense. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Steve said, "To be fair, you were warned."
Warned about what?
Skull. Although I didn't expect it to be another, like, 5 unrest, then -5 loyalty.
Almost done setting up here.
Yeah,
Trying to make sure it doesn't look like absolute trash.
switching the spy master's position, the stat they affect. What is that? Can I just do that on the assignment phase?
It's a loyalty check, just like if you were to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Change out who the leader was. It's just there's no chance. There's just no chance of vacancy or whatever. It's just a chance of unrest or some crap like that.
Are you sure?
Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we can switch back. Oh, let me switch that.
I don't see where you get that from. This is during the edict phase. Choose one kingdom attribute. Add your dexterity or intelligence.
Oh, so there you go. It's during the edict phase. That would be. Hold on, one sec. So first, as edict phase is that entire. That's phase 2. To say what part of the edict phase?
It just says during. So I just imagine at the start you get to pick.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. So just during assigned leadership then. So what does it say? Read that to me again.
It says during the edict phase, pick. I have to go back to it. During the edict phase, choose one kingdom attribute: economy, loyalty, or stability. Add your modifiers to it.
Gotcha. So that was just to be able to move, whereas we were saying that the rulers are kind of stuck.
Yeah, which I think is implied by the rules because you get to pick one.
Correct.
And
it actually expands.
And I've leveled up Atelier with the 2 hype trains I had because I think it made sense.
Why do you need access, Joey, huh? Why do you need access, huh, Joey, huh? All right, back to you, sir.
I'll roll my thing, I guess.
Yeah, first things first is rolling for your upkeep. So hold on before you do that. Shadow is sitting at 59. He's got a plus 72. Yeah, this is why you're absolutely going to be changing. Who's that you're changing?
Atelier.
Spy Master,
Tailbearer is what it's.
Yeah,
loyalty.
Whopping 4. You're going to do it
It's
to loyalty?
It'll be a 5 because I leveled her up. So.
Cool.
Success, obviously.
Okay. Do you even have any armrest?
I have 7 unrest.
Oh, you're doing great.
You keep giving it to me every time. Every month I get 0 unrest. You just give me 8 more.
Chad, give him some more unrest.
No, please don't. Okay, I can't build an army with my unrest. I'm trying to build an army, guys. I just can't. I would fail the loyalty checks.
Chad, you want to go more unrest?
What do you call it? Next is. Oh, what's next?
Sorry, just trying to find. Just trying to do something right quick. All right, after that is going to be pay consumption.
Oh, cool. Paid consumption.
The consumption was a whopping 1.
Uno mas.
Beautiful. All right, next up is going to be fill magic item slots. Do you have any open slots?
I have a lot of open slots. I didn't realize the academy gave me like 17,000 slots.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I have I have 3 minor and 2 medium. I don't know what the second deal is.
I was gonna say we're in chat to start rolling for you. Hey, Celsior, can you roll a D100 for me in chat, please?
Yeah, I certainly can.
That's a D100. Do you want? Hey, Cel, do you want Celsior to roll it through, or?
Yeah, I'll just roll it through.
Never mind. So
Never mind.
fail. No slot. Okay, cool.
Unlucky.
It's too bad.
Next.
Sorry, Cel, you're useless. Next time.
True.
Celsior, you're useless. Next time, try to help Cel better. Okay. Cool.
True.
All right, back to you. Modify and rest. Do you want to make a loyalty? Oh.
No, I can't.
That's a 14.
That's a.
You were clearly not going to do it, but just type in /R 1.
No, I don't want to do this.
No. Don't click the button.
I don't want to waste. Official. I don't want to waste my luck. I don't want to waste my roll.
It's no luck. Listen,
it's a wasting the roll.
If you roll 2, that means you're getting a bad die out of the way.
I hate you. It's okay. Fuck you, Scott. All right, can I take that? I get that roll for the next thing I'm rolling with. All right.
No.
I hate you.
Because you didn't even add the modifier. It doesn't even say plus whatever.
Okay. Anyway, next. Okay. Shut up. Okay. I can't know what I can't define what I'm gonna roll.
I just divined it for you.
When you have like a 75% chance of failing, you don't do it.
That wasn't 75% chance.
70%.
There you go.
It's 65.
Yeah, I was like, wait. This
But
is
technically 60 if you count the luck.
See, Scott, yes, I am God. See? All right,
Okay.
assign leadership.
All right, Italia is switching to loyalty with her +5. I gave her just so everyone knows, I gave her the brilliant planner feat, and that fits a spy master. It's cool stuff.
What does it do?
I'll post it in chat. Can they see they can see the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big feat, but it's not really, I don't know if it's going to be useful at all, but who knows? It's spy master stuff.
Italia big feat confirmed.
It is a very long feat, but it's some cool stuff. It's a cool feat to have as a PZ, and it makes sense for a spy master to always have a plan.
You can prepare for future contingencies without defining what those preparations are until they're relevant. As part of the preparation, while in a settlement, for these 24 hours, you can spend. Wait, isn't this the ability of a
It's similar to it's like no the vigilante social vigilante.
Yeah.
The vigilante feature I think took from the feat as like a reference, but it's a cool feat for a spy master to have, because if they're going anywhere, right, they always have a plan ready to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool, done and done. Awesome.
Yeah,
so
cool stuff.
Any other changes to your leadership? Anybody you're switching in, out, around, whatever?
Is there a penalty to failing their loyalty checks to convert Ulfer and Tony to followers? Because you told me I had to make loyalty checks for it.
Wait. What?
Well, because they're from Skull, so you didn't want me to immediately just like have them as my followers.
Oh.
You wanted me to make a loyalty check. Is there
a
penalty?
If you fail, if you fail, they just will never become followers for you, first of all. And second of all, I would say it would cause, to be clear, I don't mean the mechanical aspect in there. It would cause a bit of unrest in your like court. So it might change their attitude or whatever towards you if you fail horribly.
Because I really need to get Tony. I need to get Tony boosted because Tony's giving me a 1 to loyalty. All right. Yeah. And I really need that to not be a 1 anymore.
Yeah. Who's Shy?
Ulfer is the other one.
Is Shy? There's the head.
Oh, is Shy the headmaster of my academy? They're on the council, but they're not a mechanical member of the council.
Because why does the Shy sound so familiar?
Because they were on my leadership to like.
Oh, prior to these two taking their spots.
Yes,
I understand. Cool.
Yeah, because I've changed. Yeah, because I wanted it in-game reasons. I wanted people on Skull on the council, right, to represent Skull in the unification.
I understand. So you don't have any winnies or anything like that I know of, but you do have luck, so you have a pretty good chance of converting Tony to being a follower.
I won't. I'll do it next month. I'll do it for both of them next month.
What? Just do it right now.
I have. It's not a good percentage when I can almost confirm it.
What are you talking about?
It's a 40% chance of failure.
Without luck.
No, that's with luck.
No, it's not.
Yes, what? I need to roll a 9.
Oh, so you have to roll an 8, but that's true. You have to roll a 9. So that means you have a 60%. So it is a 40% chance. Yeah, you're right. With luck, though, it makes it less.
Potentially
with
less.
luck, though, that makes it 35 to 20.
It's a rank. Fine, I'll roll it. Fuck it. And if I hate you. If I roll a 1, all right, then Tony's off the council.
Don't forget plus 50.
I know. I'm ready to break plus 15. Get fucked. All right. I want to make.
Look at that. See.
Do I get
twice? It's twice you should have trusted me, and I'm glad you did once.
Do I get the bonuses now, or do I get them later?
What bonuses?
Well, I guess I don't have Tony built yet, do I?
No.
Give me
so what
Tony.
it is that you can you can level him up now, so that means starting next Kingdom roll, right?
Yeah.
So
at the
what
beginning.
level follower are you converting him to?
I haven't picked yet. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Cool.
Ulfer, I'll wait because Ulfer, I assume, is gonna also have like other benefits.
Sure. Cool.
He was like a commander or something, so.
Also, I won't lie. Trying for Ulfer, you'll probably fail. Like the likelihood of that. Go ahead, roll just for fun.
Yeah, I'll roll for funsies.
You're probably gonna fail.
It would have been a failure. Let's just roll.
Look at this. I'm 3 for 3, baby. 3 for 3. Trust in Daddy Daelric.
The luck would have failed too.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go, Scott. I'll trust you for now. Okay.
Trust in Daddy Daelric. All right.
All right. I'll write down here. Tony is following. Cool. That's good. I really need the loyalty bumps. Next it's buildings, or it's terrain improvements, right?
Hold on. Let me check. Sorry. Actually, claiming and abandoning hexes.
Not touching any hexes.
You're not gonna fiddle with it at all. I mean, it makes sense because you're trying to save a little bit of money, and I don't think there's anything. I mean, I won't lie. I do see hexes that are worth grabbing.
I could take 1 hex for 1 more farm, and I have 0 consumption.
I can see literally 3 hexes worth grabbing.
These
I can
three.
actually see 6 worth grabbing. No, I wasn't even talking about those. Yeah. Oh, you see? Yeah, I see what you mean by the 3 to the north to protect that land. To give you a buffer for your town, and then there's the 3 that are around there, and then it was also the 3 over by the barren lands that are plains. But those are harder to build. Those you can't really build farms around, can you?
No, I can't.
Yeah, they literally can't be built farms.
It's tempting, but I think I'll hold off till I stabilize the loyalty a little more.
Yeah, it's not worth grabbing those bottom left ones because the sorry, chat can't say. It doesn't matter. So you don't want to grab the hills that are near to Clan Throne, and you don't want to grab the 3 around the old Clan Skull.
Okay, I will take 1 hex. I think it's actually worth it.
Okay, cool.
No, because there's 1 hex that is actually very vital. There's 1 hex that's vital. If I'm going to fight Throne at any point in the future, I need the hex.
Yep. Let me just get to it so check and see what we're talking about.
Because moving through mountains is not really going to be possible, realistically speaking. And this hill then provides a very strong area of control if I put like a watchtower or a fort there.
Honestly, you're going to, again, want all 3 of those hills, but you're saying you need to be a little conservative right now, which I understand.
Yeah, I will take 1. And I'll take
that costs you, what, 1 BP, right?
1 BP, yeah.
Okay, are you going to... Well, we'll worry about that first. So as you spend the 1 BP, we'll add that 1 hex to your counter.
I am adding it.
So, was that a hill? Oh, you're adding
it. I added it, yeah. It's all good. It's all in there now. You
spent the money?
Yep. 1 BP, it's all done.
Okay, done and done. So after that is going to be terrain improvement. So actually, now that you got that 1, because of how long it takes, do you want to begin construction of a watchtower there?
I would want to do a fort, if anything. How much is a fort, though?
Those take a while, and they're expensive. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah.
Terrain improvements. Here we go.
It's not going to be there. It's going to be in the other one.
So watchtower is 12. A fort is 24, but that's 6 times 4. So it's 6 BP for 4 months, and you get a proper fort there, which is, that's nice. Like a watchtower is saying, I'm watching this. A fort is saying, I am defending this.
I honestly, Throne hasn't even built the road yet. I don't think Throne's someone that I can trust in any sense of the word to facilitate any deals with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's been like 3 months. They haven't built any roads yet.
Okay. So,
and that could be Scott forgetting the plan, but it also could be Throne choosing to not commit to the deal that we agreed to.
Maybe they're just handling stuff on their own side. You don't know.
Yeah, Throne, the people that can throw around 60 BP at willy-nilly, can't build 2 BP roads.
They're dealing with stuff.
So yeah, it's 6 BP. I'll do it.
They forgot Dad's birthday. They had to write him a card. You know. Okay, so you're paying a total of 7 BP. You're gonna start to building a fort there. So give me half a tick, okay? Is this your first fort?
Yes, it's also just it's a really strong fort location.
It really is.
So it's 6 BP you said. So that's so I have 23 left. It doesn't matter if it's Scott forgetting because now it's canon that they are probably ignoring what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean?
And the vision of that gets bigger when you have the actual fort there. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty nice.
Last time I played a game though, it wouldn't let me put a timer on it, so the fort should have a 3 put on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it let me do it this time. Thank God. Okay.
Ooh, Pog.
It didn't when I did the Patreon session. So there's a 3 on there, so you have 3 more months. All right, cool.
Yep, that's fine. That's cool. I'm happy about this moving forward.
All right, because it's gonna take you 4 months to fucking get the thing, so it's
and by then I should be able to start building an army. My loyalty should be recovered, and I could put the army there.
I love the idea of having a fort there, a fort here, and then
Yeah.
just watchtowers in each one of these.
Well,
Just like a friggin' wall.
well, it will be there, and then eventually when I get down to the Perrin border, it'll probably be the same situation.
Yeah.
Or it'll
Just like-
probably be actually a layer of watchtowers because it's much harder to defend that far away.
But either way, so let's continue on.
But yeah,
So
that's cool
you,
stuff. Cool.
So now that we've
And I need to do one more thing. How much is a highway? I need to build a highway.
oh yeah, terrain improvements, highways.
It's just the
are-
cost of a road, right?
It is twice the cost of a road.
But I'm building it on a road, so the road should get upgraded. So it should just be the road cost, I'd imagine.
No, because you have to build it on a hex of the roads, and then it costs twice the cost of a road.
You made upgrade a road into a highway. It doesn't say you have to. So I would assume the road is half the cost.
I suppose
It's-
yeah. So you just pay it once again. Yeah, that's the way it works. Yep, that makes sense. When you upgrade, the cost is already paid for what you already did, and if it's
Well, it's 1 BP on a
that's fine.
planes.
Where
So
are you
like,
doing a highway?
it's actually 1 BP, so I still have to pay it. Unlucky. Put it in a Fenitaru.
So have you built a highway yet?
No. So the thing is that they demanded a highway. So we agreed that I can build one per term to
Gotcha.
satisfy the demands of the people.
And you're putting it inside your current capital.
Yeah. So it's going to build road here, here. It's going to be that order, right?
I'm
Because
just
it's
gonna make a
probably
slightly different looking road to be your highway one.
presumably that's probably how you would build a highway from the industrial center of Fenitaru towards the new capital.
Mm-hmm.
I'll change my road count to 9 and my highway count to 1. Except there is no highway. Oh, there is.
Actually,
Which is-
doesn't that remove stuff from your sheet? Aren't you supposed to get both, or is it?
That's not. Well, I think there's no benefit other than movement speed.
That might be
It
the
im-
case.
It improves over. Like I still don't know what the point of the highway is, honestly, because it has the same stats as a road.
I think it's the secure area for moving from A to B, like you just said beforehand. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out
Let's
what
see.
road to use.
Yeah, it doesn't say like. I assume if a road provides a movement speed bonus, the highway would provide like a 50% increase or something, right? Also, like bandits are probably less likely to be able to attack highways. They're presumably there's like guard posts on it or something, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely more expensive. So But
There-
the big
there's-
thing- a big
there's
factor is being able
infrastructure
to
set
move
up.
very quickly too, which is nice.
Yeah. So,
All right.
but
I'm gonna grab. I think this image looks fine.
the bricks are volcanic in nature. They're what do you call it? They'd probably be some sort of what's the type of rock? It's not felsic. It's igneous. It's probably some sort of igneous rock coming from the volcano. Actually, no. What am I talking about? I have quarries from Skull. I probably get some nice quarried stone.
So don't make it dark like this because it's volcanic.
But it's probably not actually because it's probably from Skull.
So, but you wouldn't want it to be dark, so it's volcanic.
You could do it like that. That's fine. We'll say
So-
Skull has igneous rocks in their lands anyway.
All right, we're
It's
gonna go
close
map
enough to.
layer, map. 1 second. And you said you're putting it in Fenitaru, right?
Yeah, it's upgrading the road in Fenitaru because I
Oh,
have to
shit.
build it. Oh, the map be kind of shifty looking.
Oh, you know why? Because I built that into the map, so it's not a billion little hexes. That's right. It's actually legit built into the map, like
Yeah.
all those little roads. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. So I have to do it like that.
Yeah, I have to make one at a time though, Joey, because
Okay.
it's kind of weird to demand otherwise.
Okay, cool. So you're just gonna do it like that. That's funny because it partially covers up your. I'm
That's
just gonna do
fine.
this too, just to finish it off, just to make it copy paste, because you're also going off the other way. Just being anal here.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Well, it's probably not built that way yet, right? Because there's no highway connecting it north yet.
I mean, let's just
Okay.
Just button it up.
Cool. What's next? Buildings. I will subtract my building cost.
Okay.
No road to Zinquin. I just have to. My packages have to go go a certain way. Nothing. I don't have to build a road or anything.
Cool. Done and done. All right. What's up next? Your next thing is any other terrain improvements?
No.
Okay, because you just built the 2 and they were expensive. Yeah. So after that is going to be improvements edicts. So any buildings you're actively working on?
Yep, I'm building 1 at the moment, and it's my garrison.
So it was also Pete's Mansion is done this month too, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not building that. That gets built from Throne or something. I don't remember.
So garrison's completed this month. You're saying?
Yes, it's done.
So
and
I imagine you're adding that down below. So I'll take care of this part up here where I merge the hexes. Merge.
I'm adding it.
Cool. And we call this garrison. That's how you spell it. And then we're gonna frame it a little bit. Give a little bit of framey. Boom.
And I lose 1 barracks, and I lose 2 unrest.
Woohoo! You lost the barracks. You lost 2 unrest. You gained a garrison.
I'm at 4 unrest now, so I'm looking pretty nice in terms of my unrest.
Pete's Mansion's done, but this is a benefit to Densho, right?
Yes, it goes to Densho.
Okay, so that also means that his what's it called goes up.
Yeah, his stuff goes up.
His consumption goes up.
Yeah, it does.
Hold on, I'm opening him up right now. I'm gonna open him up. So his consumption should go up by 1 for it says other armies, edicts, fame, terrain, district size. There's no area here for 1.
True, there isn't.
I can put it on the districts.
Yeah, put it on the districts. That works.
+1.
Because it's basically like you're operating a district, but it's like a small district.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over and under Kabe, I'm gonna
another
add
building
a mansion for him.
Another building is also being built, but it's being funded by Lenny. It's his Caster's Tower, which he covers all of the costs for this month.
Mansion. So now he has a mansion, so he gets the stability, the law, and all the other fun stuff for it. Cool.
Let's
Yay!
see.
All right. Awesome. Bye, Densho. All right.
We
so
are
that's
also.
And then Pete went home, and he's not even there anymore.
Oh yeah,
okay?
Pete. Yeah. I am gonna have Dorman craft something, but it's fine. It's for Pete. It's a chainmail shirt +1. Not important for this though. No, it's not done. It has 4 months left, so it's gonna be a bit. I had to pay for the last bit of it too, but it'll be done in time. Let's look. Next is what's next? It's buildings, isn't it? July. We're in August, right? This means it's August now.
Yes, and sir, you
That means the murder rises this month, just for chatters.
Ooh, we'll get to that in a little bit. Because you're the first clan, so we'll do it during Jake's. We'll do it during Jake's because it's more exciting for Jake, because Nick has no idea what that is, and Jake was actually a part of the campaign. So we'll do it during his portion of so his next kingdom roll. All right, cool. Any other? You're not doing any other buildings? Starting any other buildings?
I will be. I'm just looking at my lists again. Let me check jail real quick. I have like these planned out a little bit, but not in super fine detail. Jail is 7 BP for 2 months. God, that hurts. 7 for 2. 7 for 2.
He's talking about incarcerating somebody and ruining their life, and he's like, "Oh, it hurts."
Well, it's a jail. You need a jail.
Does Lenny get it done?
I'm gonna start my military academy.
I don't think he can afford to get it done.
All right, I'm gonna start a military academy, which is 6 BP. Is it?
I think so. Yeah, it's expensive.
But I need to get that done too.
Next turn, if you beat your stability check, which you should be able to do, you'll actually have 3 unrest, which means you'll have a 55 loyalty check against a control DC of 60, You can actually succeed that, sir.
You can remove 6 BP from my thing.
Okay, I got you. Because you'll actually be able to succeed that because if you roll a 2 or higher, that'll be a 57, which is a 50-50 shot for luck die too. So I mean, like, it'd be foolish to not use your Royal Enforcer.
Okay, and then I need to build something in Arayoki.
What do you build in?
So I have 10 BP left, right?
Si, senor.
Cool. What do I have in Arayoki? I have the monument, I have the monastery, I have the shrine. Shrine, smithy endowed. So let's build. I will build a park for 4. So a park is built in Arayoki. Can you minus 4 BP off my list, please?
Sure.
That means I have 6 left.
Yep. Does building a park get rid of unrest?
It does. That's why I built it.
Yeah, because you're down to 3, right?
Yep.
Wow, look at that. Now with your Royal Enforcer, if you just simply rolled a 2, because obviously a 1, you're screwed. If you rolled a 2 or higher, you just have to roll a 2 on luck die. Wow.
That's it. I'm done.
Nothing else?
I'm going to keep some BP in the bank. I have 10 banked, but having a flexible 6 is pretty nice.
Okay, you don't want to put 5 of that in the bank right now?
Can you put BP into the granary? Into a granary?
Only when it comes from your consumption.
Consumption? Okay.
Yeah.
We will leave it out for now, and if I don't need to use it, I will put it into my bank.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'll do. So I have 3 unrest, parks in there, yeah, everything, yeah. So I'm looking pretty nice now, actually. Took a little bit of work, but all right.
Okay. So that being said,
yeah, and I took the 3 off already. I don't know if I took the 3 off for the edicts. I don't think I have. All right. So actually, I have 3 left. Cool. So 3 of this is going to Italia for her spy works.
Yes.
I don't know how we want to handle this. If we're going to actually do spy edicts, or it's going to be kind of in the background for stuff that may come up later in terms of not necessarily kingdom spy checks, but other things.
It absolutely has to be spy edicts because it might cost more than 3. You give her a budget of 3, but it's based off die rolls, so sometimes she needs more. So
yeah. All right.
So what was the first edict you wanted her to do? Now,
so
again,
she wants to find the instigators in Skull.
Yes.
So I don't know what that would be.
Okay. So let me open up that book.
Because there's discover. It could be discovering a secret. It could be gather public information.
This is complete rulership, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be complete rulership.
Or ultimate, whatever.
Yeah. You know what's up. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing these every month or so now because I have Italia having a budget.
Okay, yeah. So it depends on what it is that you're trying to get her to do. Because like discover vital secrets costs 3d6 BP.
Which I can't afford at all.
No, but it could definitely be a minor secret in this scenario for who gave the actual. Wait, what was the thing again? Remind me again.
Finding the instigators in Skull, the ones that try to assassinate her and are causing unrest.
Oh, unfortunately, that I would say is a major secret, which absolutely cannot afford.
Then she will keep the BP and we'll do it next month.
Yeah, you know what's funny is you have banked here. Why don't you have like a...
I can't actually roll. I don't really want to spend it, but we'll roll, and if I need to spend it, I'll spend it. It's fine.
But hold on. You roll 2d6.
That's what I'm saying.
You would have to take from your banked.
That's fine. I think in this case, that's fine. Because having 10 banked per month is like really wish fulfillment. I don't necessarily think I'm always going to get 10 per month, but I'm trying to save 10.
Okay.
And in this case... This is kind of important for character stuff.
It is important for character stuff. If you wanted her to wait one more month to like really gather intel, before rolling, I think that'd be fine too. But go ahead. Hey, listen, I'm all for rolling, baby.
I imagine she has already spent 2 months now gathering intel. I think she has a brilliant plan. Some would say.
Yeah. I also think your stats are going pretty well too. So, like 2 of these rolls you can't fail. So obviously a natty 1 is a natty 1. It tells you what the rolls are.
Let me put in my things. But
and one of them you just have to roll 4.
Joey, roll me a d6, and then Snake, roll me a d6. We're doing it.
You could have asked Jake to roll you a d6.
Jake's not here. Huge.
Ooh, Joey.
Huge.
Yes. Come on, somebody else roll 1. Roll a 1, buddy.
Roll
or
low.
2.
Or 2.
Super low.
If Snake doesn't roll in 3, 2, 1. All right. Steve, roll me a d6, please. He's gonna roll a 6, but that's fine. It happens, you know.
Oh, I'm afraid. I don't know. Oh! You banked a BP. Save an Italia BP.
Yeah, she did this is because she spent so much time practicing this. So I have it in the building plans. She has her BP bank note.
Cool.
Oh my god, that's huge. That's sick.
Where do you have it?
It's in the building plans. It's in the lines. Atelia Spy Funds. It's called.
Oh, you're talking about like in the other page. Gotcha.
In the Kingdom Notes, because it's right across from the espionage.
Which makes sense. Wow, that's amazing.
So discover major secret.
Yeah, so discover major secret is going to be. This is not easy, mind you. It's a +10 to the DC. So understand that this is rough. So you're rolling against a DC 70. But economy and stability are automatic successes. You still have to roll though, because if you roll a 91, bad things happen.
I'm gonna roll them.
Scary.
I'm gonna just roll them without the macros because it's gonna be too much work.
No, you don't need the macros. Just plus. So
yeah,
I got DC.
Okay, success.
Okay, now you do the loyalty one. This is where you need to roll high.
Succeeded.
I can't see. Oh, what was that? A 61? No. It's not a success. Hold on.
Yeah, it's fail. I know.
Okay, yeah, it's well outside of where because it's DC 70. Yeah. Oh, but does a natty 20 do anything? I wish you did that one last. Ah, fuck.
It is last.
Does a natty 20 do anything or no? I know what a natty 1 does.
We should make it do something.
It's not.
Well, no, because we have crit success and crit failures.
No. But for this, it has very specific rules for a reason. So.
Obtain a list of, let's see, spy during benefits.
If all 3 checks fail, it fails and your spies are caught.
2 pieces.
If 2 succeed, you acquire a desired piece of information have a desired effect. If only 1, it fails. 3, it fails.
Okay.
If 3 successes, it's a critical success. XYZ happens.
And if check results in a natural 1, your spies are caught, even if it succeeds. Okay. So there's only a penalty, unless you want to do something cool. But it's fine either way. I succeed.
The only thing I would say is if we were trying to add an extra rule, which then we're just kind of complicating things.
It's fine.
Is you would say like maybe a slightly cheaper cost to do something else inside there, or what?
I don't think it's a concern.
Oh, you know what I would say? It's natty 20 could do. So you have to choose what your espionage edict is before you go in, and if you do a multiple edicts, you have to choose what they are before you go in. But if you're on natty 20, what it is they see an opportunity where you're like, oh, we could do something else as well. And then you can choose at that point in time, do I spend more money to get even more out of this trip?
Yeah, that's fair, actually.
That's what a natty 20 is a good, because they just find an opportunity for more. So you've spent 2, you're going to get your major secret. I can't tell you what your secret is yet until you...
What's the opportunity? Do you have an idea for it? Or is it I can just do another...
The opportunity is you can just do another espionage edict that would be beneficial to you. Now, this is your own clan. So you're obviously not going to be doing things like sabotaging or a crime spree or unrest, but you could potentially spread a rumor. So you could spread a rumor about the people that you learned.
Yeah, I like that. They are. I think Italia is going to spread rumors that they are like radicals. Like they are people that seek to bring down Skull and Shadow and all like of its greatness, and that they're not actually saviors of Skull. They're actually enemies of Skull that have been sent by like other clans.
Yeah. And you can of course finish formulating it once you have the secret or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, Italia is really the one doing it, but yeah. True. So along those lines, I agree with you.
So-
because the way the rules work is because the DC is a +5, it costs 1 BP plus 1 D4. So you're spending all 3 of your BP for 2 major secrets, and the other thing. But you're out of your pocket, you have to spend 1 D4 BP.
That's fine. I'm cool with this.
Who's rolling for you?
Snake, are you actually?
Snake is here.
Roll me a
Snake, you roll that
D4.
one?
He's gonna roll me a 4. If you
Oh
roll
my
me,
God.
if he rolls me a 3, I'm fine because I don't even dip into the 10 BP I've saved, which is
No,
cool.
but if he rolls you a 1, that'd be nuts.
They would be so good. I don't believe in it though.
And,
I don't
and you
have
still
faith.
have to, of course, check to see how successful it is and blah, 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 right?
Yeah. I'm not concerned about this too much.
Just don't roll a fucking natty 1.
I told you.
Aw.
All right, I leave
Because
one
you
of
roll
my.
a 4, I feel like you're going to roll a natty 1. All right, so the DC's only a
that's fine.
65 for you.
So I have 9 saved BP. So 74. Fine.
I got scared.
56. That succeeds too.
Wow, hey.
66.
Oh my god, if you don't roll a natty 1, you critically succeed. Oh
Critically
my
succeed.
god. That means you get
Okay.
to do 2 bits of information.
No, this is spread rumor.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Can
you get to
so-
spread double rumor.
can I let this increase our clan's fame and then give them infamy basically because it's spreading I'm kind of targeting myself in a way, but kind of not. I don't know if you'd allow that.
No, so it's supposed to be is your target agent is whispering campaign. Da, da, da. No, because let me tell you what the vital secret is.
Okay.
Okay, so the clan that the group that went to cause the assassination, you find out, the group, you find out exactly who the individuals were that did it and what have you. Da 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 da. You find out that group. Let me make sure I have my numbers up.
Is it Broken Chain? Please tell me it's Broken Chain because that'd be so on statement.
The individuals that were from that happen to have very strong blood ties to Zin Quinn.
The devil
Very
wears
strong
rings.
blood ties to Zin Quinn.
Motherfucker.
So of course you could turn around and spread rumors about that. So because it's doubly effective, not only can you spread rumors about the fact that that this is what happened, which is the truth, right? So the truth is spreading the tale of it, but moreover, you're able to spread the rumors in their involvement more, even like bigger rumors, so like kind of a little over the top, which genuinely catches the eye of the clans to the north and kind of reopens the books of everything that was discussed. Because you guys never had that fully litigated, did you?
But now we're actually proper clans, so they will respect us more than they did
have to.
before.
They have to.
Okay.
So because you discovered it was Clan Zinquin that did
Oh,
it,
that's great.
and so it's just one of those things where because of Telia, so this is, we have to bring this to RP. So the
Oh, I love
information,
this.
the information kind of comes out. Telia comes walking into your area where there's you can imagine maybe one of who's usually with you, Aaliyah.
Yeah, probably. Although
So
I think we have to have a conversation with Aaliyah because there was the rumor spread that I was being a fuckboy, and that's causing some problems. So maybe not Aaliyah at this moment.
Okay, so who's in the room?
I'm probably alone because I would normally have Aaliyah.
Okay, sure. So you're alone, and Aaliyah walks in. So she, Talia walks in and slams down some scrolls and what, like crunching the scrolls on the desk before you. It says, "There, it's there."
I nod and I start reading.
The fucks that did this. I have every one of their names. I have their addresses. I know their families. I know what their allergies are. I can do this quietly or I can make it messy. How do you want this done? And then as you're reading through it, you can like start to realize like the connections or whatever because your character actually has really good knowledge warlords.
Yeah.
So you can start seeing the connections of where Zinquin is and whatnot. So I'll allow you with that your understanding. You can RP back at her.
We will publicly humiliate them. We will drag them. We will march them outside of our lands in front of all of their friends and families, of everyone in Skull, and they will leave the clan. It is not our way to execute.
She nods her head. It's not the Clan Shadow's way to execute. But we don't need to have Clan Shadow do it. We can just have it done.
would they be useful as witnesses to use them against Quinn to bring them to the north? This will provide us a tool, an opportunity to get back at them for their treacherous activities. And if we have their agents and proof of their allegiances,
But
them
you know
being
how this is
alive.
going to work. If they turn tail, if they act in the way that you're asking them to, then they are the ones, they get away with it. They're going to get a slap on the wrist, if anything.
You do as you will. You know what your job is, and you know best how to do it. I will not shackle you as I always have. Just think of all the options.
She hears what you have to say, nods. All right, she walks away. Chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna leave this to the dice to how she handles this. So no matter what, she's gonna spread the rumors. That's her decision, is to spread the rumors to make sure that things are done well, so that the clan's aspect can be involved in this. But that being said, would she seek to have them executed for what it was that they did to her in their attempt to kill her? We have to make this a roll. I'm trying to get the character up. There we go.
This makes sense. I have to do it like this, right? Because I told her I wouldn't like put her, I wouldn't like stop her from doing her job. This is her job.
She's neutral evil. She's not chaotic evil.
Yeah, so that means she's not gonna just go off the wall. She's likely, she's
a little broken right now, but yeah.
Yeah, but she's not lawfully evil, so she definitely could kill them, right? Right? But she's not chaotic, which means she definitely could use the
What's
the
funny
law
is she's
aspect.
actually a master at non-lethal, which is hilarious.
She is, yeah. She had a
She's a
sap.
blackjack fighter, yeah. She like, knocks people the fuck out. I would say there is a 15% chance she slaughters them. I'd say it's a 15% chance. I would say if it's a 1 to 15 that's rolled, she kills them. Actually, let's make this a little bit more fun. If it's a 1 to 10 or a 96 to 100, let's split it up a little. Okay?
Yeah. One is crazed murder, and the other one is like, silent assassin murder.
Yeah, it's like open the other ones, quietly. Yeah. So the crazed murder would be the 1 to 10, right? All right,
Yeah.
cool. So who do you want to roll?
Is Jake in chat? If Jake's in chat, he can roll.
No, Jake's a tool bag that never shows up.
True. He's in the
we don't like
Discord.
Jake. No, Jake's a loser.
You know what, Steve? Since you're the only one that I can see in chat.
Yeah, the only person from that half of the planet, because Jake's
Yeah, channel your Jake energy. Channel what Jake would want.
69.
I mean, I would like that outcome. That would be a good outcome for me.
All right, I rolled it.
It's silent murder in their sleep.
Yeah. It is no. It's made to look like an accident. Like it's not like a bloodshed thing. She makes it look like an accident.
Like they fall down the staircase and hit their head.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. So it's one of those things where you find out they were killed. You find out that they were killed. It's one of those things where it's not all at once. Like it happens
over like a month.
Yeah, it's like what ends up happening is one of them it literally chokes on their food and dies. And then it was like, wow, that was really weird. Like, okay, but that could be a sheer coincidence. And then another one, literally while drunk, falls downstairs and breaks their neck. And you're like, okay, hold on, wait a second.
Well, I mean, do I even hear about these? Unless she tells me.
These are. Yeah, you know who the names are. You would eventually find. You wouldn't find out the next day.
Oh, actually,
but weeks later you'd find out.
That is in Fenny Tower. We have a notebook for everyone who dies in the kingdom. We like keep track of people.
There you go.
So we
So-
can like, there's a memorial. There's lore stuff that's not important to the actual playing of the game, but
But that actually applies here. It's actually important to the game.
Like whenever someone dies, because it was a record from the Mayans, because people would just die under Kohai. So Tassel made a rule where you always record everyone who dies and
So
who's
there's
missing.
a degree of remembrance of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and on the New Year's, you like everyone. There's
Burn
like
it.
there's a reading of everyone who has died that year
Okay. Cool.
to like remember them for their death. So
Yay.
I probably find out like when I get the notebooks to read, because I read them every like month or so. I probably like and there's a cause of death. Like, holy shit! Wait, what the fuck is this?
Is cause of death written there?
Yes, well, we try
that's
to
fine.
we
So
try
you
to
see like
document this.
you see like choking, and you're like, oh, that's weird. Stairs. Oh no. And you're like, you find out like what they ate that day. You're like, oh my god, what they ate, a common spice that goes in that they probably never usually have because they're allergic to it. Oh no.
No,
Things like that.
You know, one time one of them dies the way she was almost assassinated. 100%.
Oh yeah, no, exactly, absolutely. But then, so here's the fun. Here's the fun part. Eventually, two of them will leave because they're like, the last two are like, we're not staying here. They're gonna leave to go to Zinquin, and then you find out like even another month after that. So like, right now is well before it happens that they were ambushed on the road by bandits and they were killed there too. So like, all of them died.
Italia Unchained
there's
is
five
truly
of them, they're all
powerful.
dead. Yeah, it's frightening. So
This is why you get the brilliant planner feat, because imagine how useful that is in assassinations that are quiet. Because say you need something, you just pull it out of your ass.
you can imagine they literally had like a stop off in Kagong, and they just wake up. It's just one of those things. They're in Kagong, and that's where like they're not just. That's where like their hotel was broken into, and they were robbed by bandits and just slaughtered like a bunch of knife wounds in the chest in Kagong. And Kagong's like, what the fuck just happened?
I think it's fitting to change Italia's title to Shadow.
Yeah.
So Tailbearer.
All right. Maybe we have to check her feat build and see if assassin is
Switch her to like a rogue instead.
Yeah, see if she can get because the assassin PRC is awesome. I don't think you can get to after level 6, so I think you guys cap at level 6. So sadly,
They
don't
cap
know
at
if
level
it's
5, I
possible.
thought.
Whatever they cap at, I don't think you can actually get a PRC for it.
Hey, we can
Anyways.
switch her to rogue. That's close enough. Or a ninja.
Ninja could work, yeah. Either way, not now. So back to game. What was next? Oh yeah. Is there other events?
So I have to. So
Oh, that was edicts. Yeah.
So Charlotte apparently is visiting me. I don't know why. I have to talk to Aaliyah, and then Red Mongrel. But I don't know if you want to do all that. If you want to do it.
Oh, he's not talking to you right now.
Oh, he's not doing a month after.
Oh, wait,
month.
you're next month. Oh, sorry, you're the next month right now, aren't you?
So Nick went after me. So on
If he was talking
timeline,
after Nick, you would be your next month.
I'm next month. Okay.
Yeah. He wouldn't talk
Okay.
to you. He wouldn't talk to you after he talked to the other two, if he even speaks to you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true. Yeah, he might not.
So let's do Aaliyah, and then I think we'll call it for the session because I have like
Yeah.
events. I have a bunch of events for you. But we'll call it
Yeah.
for the session just because it's getting late.
Cool. Do you want to roll for a random event first, and then call it so you don't forget?
No, we do the random event next time because it's nice to
All right.
finish that off with it. Yeah. So
Okay.
so let's do your Aaliyah chat.
So, I imagine I'm getting reports on these rumors coming from who would be giving me these rumors? Probably Telia.
It's my birthday today, Keegan. That's what it is. I can't believe you forgot to say it was my birthday. Jesus, man. I thought you knew me. Go
But,
ahead.
I imagine I'm getting these reports from Aaliyah, or not Aaliyah, sorry, Telia, right? Because these are rumors. That's her kind of business.
Yep.
And as she's telling me of these reports, I'm like not listening at all. And at some point, I like cut her off and just like walk out of the room. I don't know how she reacts to that.
She was just a knowing smirk.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I don't know
look,
if you'd even catch it because you
I
suck
don't.
at sense motive.
I look at the guard, or she sucks at bluff too. No, but
Tell ya?
Yeah, she actually.
All right, let's count. Let's roll against each other.
She does suck at bluff. Look at her bluff. She's a fighter, so she has no skills. I
Let's
put her
roll against
level.
each other.
Yeah, I put her level 4 point into. Oh my god,
Oh my
my
God,
sense
she has no
motive is
bluff.
atrocious.
Ah, you see the telling smile.
Yeah, I'd probably see it, and I don't like. I look at I walk out. I look at the guard on the side. I'm like, where's Aaliyah?
She's I think she wanted to. Did you put a park in your volcano?
I did.
Oh, weird.
It'll be Sacred Grove too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. He says, well, room. I heard. I thought the escorts that were traveling with her saying that she was going to go visit the new park. That was put in the
I pat him on the
town's-
shoulder and I just start leaving.
You go over there. Oh, I'm trolling. My birthday's September. Totally
Oh,
trolling.
we're not in the Ariyoki. We're in Fenitaro because it hasn't been moved yet.
Yeah, so she's going to Ariuki.
Actually, we have a park in Fenitaro too. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go. Catch up.
Okay, so you'll hop on your commissary and go ride.
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't say anything to anyone else. So like, it's probably a confusing couple of days as the warlord just leaves unannounced.
Okay.
But do I find her on the way, or do I have to make it all the way to Ariyoki first?
You're gonna have to make it all the way out of Yoki.
Okay. So I'm going, and then I
Okay.
go to the park.
She's there. Describe the park to us.
So in the volcano, there was a effort to dig to have the lava flow in a pattern in the city. That would be the groundwork to bring in dirt and flowers and trees to build in the city, because Tessel and Tark foresaw that the city would be without greenery otherwise. It'd be very like dull and dark. So they dug these trenches, and it's filled with like only a quarter of it's filled with dirt at the moment. And there's like trees brought in from around Kajinksi, and he has Lenny purchasing like exotic flowers that could grow in this type of climate. And there's like, it's kind of like basically you just put the mulch down, and you got some like baby trees, and they're still growing, and there's flowers. There's probably some bigger trees brought in, but it's probably hard to do that, bringing a tree up a mountain.
Oh, and I was gonna say transplanting trees is not easy. So
But
it's one of those
there's-
things where you transplant double what you need and hope for the best.
Yeah, there's been a lot of effort into it because Tessel doesn't want his city in the mountain to be a dull, hot, disgusting place. He wants it to be pretty and beautiful and represent more than just the mountains and stuff.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I like it. All right, let's keep going. So you you go to meet up with her, and she's inside the area looking at the little bit of greenery that happens to be there.
And I just kind of silently walk up, very awkward.
She'll look up at you, look a little perplexed, look around for a second, look back at you and say, "Was there a meeting meant to happen in Ariyoki?"
No. There, I was just informed of a certain rumors being spread about me.
She again looks around,
And
looks back at you and says, "Shouldn't you be speaking to Atelia about that?"
well, I don't really care about handling that end of it. Because you said before that she was acting kind of distance from me.
Yep.
Before. I really only I care about how you see the situation.
Now,
Because
kind of like cued into what you're talking about. She'll like stop what she's doing. She'll be like, "Oh, to what situation are you referring?"
the rumors of me and Pete's mom, which is really weird because
I'm assuming
he's
is
like,
a wonderful and
yeah,
elegant woman.
but like,
Beautiful too.
imagine your best friend and someone starts spreading rumors that you're sleeping with his mom. Kind of weird, which isn't great.
Rumors suggest that it's not true.
No, it's not true. We were discussing. I look around. Is anyone nearby?
I mean, maybe tenders of the of the park, but not really near. But just like one of those, if you spoke quietly, they probably couldn't hear you. But if you're speaking loudly, they probably could. Like,
We
not
were
close, but close.
we were discussing a gift for Pete. I'm having Jorman build him a set of armor and a weapon. She plans to have him do some adventuring, and that's what happened.
Completely
I don't.
understand.
It's just
I mean, I understand you obviously would have to have many relations with the various
the
rulers
only
of Densho.
relation is that of a friend's mom.
No, I'm saying I understand. I guess thank you for explaining it to me. I know why a warlord would want to meet with the leaders of
That
another clan.
and I went to speak with Atlan,
Koma.
Galtma, Atlan.
Yes.
The
This one.
the
This
the
one, I heard that
what's her name? What's her title? Fuck, I have it in my notes.
the Crimson Flame.
The Crimson Flame.
Aptly named, from what I understand.
I went to meet her because Naran told me she was visiting him for Kamatori, and I sought her counsel on, the situation with the souls, and I point to like my chest.
Mm-hmm.
The souls, the fire, and the shadow. That's why we talked.
You feel a slight rumble beneath your feet, but that's okay. About your
predicament.
souls.
Well, I have 3 souls, and she rips 2 of them out, and I haven't had time to explain it to the council, but it was purely a spiritual guidance. Wait, is that? I don't know if that sound. It's a purely like a matter of my existence as a person with other beings and influences inside of my existence, and I brighten up, I cause more light to glow around me, and then I lower it like that. That was all that happened.
I only heard that you spent some time with Goltma when she was around. Actually, I believe it was that you and her spent a long period of time alone in the inn.
Yes, we
came down looking a little exhausted.
Because she literally took souls out of me, and
Go ahead and roll a sense motive.
this is so unbelievable. Like, I wouldn't believe this if someone told me in this world that happened. It's not great.
Do you want to look it?
Wait, I didn't do taxes. We skip taxes.
We're not. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, because you know her well, you realize that she actually knows the whole soul bit and everything with you. This is why you made the High Council. This is why she's on the High Council, et cetera, et cetera. So you realize, oh, if there was actual concern before, which there probably was, at this point, she's actually fucking with you. So when she says that whole bit, like, oh, you being upstairs in the room and coming down looking awfully exhausted, it's like the way she's like handling the tree, like the way she says it, the coy look she gives you afterwards. It's very much like a, whoa. It's very much a, she's fucking with you right now.
Okay. Yeah. So, she also taught me like, she told me about an inner part of myself that I didn't understand. So, like the shadow stuff, I point at like my gray skin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it apparently like causes me to have like a lot of fear. So I've been like afraid to ask you, did you want to get some dinner?
All of a sudden you hear a little squee from off to the side as you say that. Aaliyah doesn't seem to hear it because she's was clearly distracted by the fact that you just asked that, and she's just like, so long-winded way of getting to the point.
I have a way with words.
You do indeed. Yes. To answer your question, yes. Roll a perception check. -5, you're distracted.
Okay. Okay, so I'm rolling with a 2, baby.
Maybe you'll actually roll well for the first time this session.
I rolled a nat 20. What are you talking about?
Hey, 17 is good enough. You look off to the side and you realize the squee was Lenny was there with Jorman off to the side. Lenny happened to be literally having a conversation with the people he was getting the exotic plants from to come into here, and because he was in town, he's always happy to see Jorman because the two of them working on projects together. So they just happened to be there when you were there, and they were like, Jorman was probably like, "Hey, is that the warlord?" And they're looking over and like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and like half hiding behind the tree. And then when you ask, he's like,
"That's adorable."
Yeah. So either way, Jorman's doing that whole like, I can't believe he's behaving this way, but also happily like, thank God it fucking happened. Like the person that watches say yes to the dress but doesn't want to admit it. Jorman's one of those. Anyways, so so she says yes.
Situation resolved, boys.
She didn't notice them unless are you full on staring at them?
I'm like staring, like mouth dropped for a moment because I'm like staring, like I'm looking eye contact with Lenny.
Yep. She follows your eye contact, looks over and goes, if you asked him, Lenny would probably keep that quiet for a month or so, but Jorman's a blabbermouth.
Oh, true.
He's cold-blooded. She says, dropping a dad joke, and then
situation resolved. Let me roll taxes, I guess. What? I don't want to forget my tax.
And hold on, there's one last thing because I was actually, but you jumped right into it so quickly, awkwardly, like you imagined Tesla would. She actually, so I'll do this afterwards. She'll actually gesture to the tree that she happened to be standing at and say, "Did you know that these grew in Daelric? This is the kind of trees I used to climb when I was a young girl."
It's a 10.
So you don't know what kind of tree it is. So you can either lie and say, "Yes, that's why I got them," or you could be like, "Oh,
it seems cool. Lenny has picked a good tree."
So you give the credit to Lenny?
Yeah.
All right, roll diplomacy to see if you deliver that line well.
I didn't. I'm rolling with like a -5.
Apply -5.
He delivers it as I deliver it. because despite the
Flat.
situation, it's still super awkward. You have to,
That doesn't
you
mean
know,
you didn't have like a good timing.
I have a plus 25 to diplomacy. It doesn't really matter.
That plus 25 was probably because she's just like, oh, I like the fact that he said it. Either way. Um, anyways, so.
I'm still staring at Lenny.
Yeah, yeah. Lenny's like, anyways, so why don't we roll for taxes? And
Yeah,
you guys
let's
can
roll for
handle
that.
rest
That's
of that off.
funny. Good situation. All right. Good resolution.
And then we'll do the rest of your shits next time.
All right. Cool. Is my economy right?
It's be for like an hour now.
Is it 74?
Yes.
Cool. Then I'm gonna roll lot.
Don't forget the +2 from viewers.
So 3. It's the free BP. Nice.
Sweet.
Shadow.
Natty
Shadow.
1. Natty
3.
1. Actually, I hope you get a lot that we can do more of your edicts for Italia. Those are fun.
It is fun. 10. Cool. Average? I mean, I get a lot of BP.
Does that include all factors?
Yes.
Cool. 39. How much you putting in the bank?
I put 10 in and hope it stays. My goal is like 5 per month, but if I can store more than that, I'm pretty
You
satisfied.
said you put 10 in there, but how did it go from 10 to 19 if you put 10 in there?
Because there was 9 already in there.
I thought there were 10 already in there.
No, because I rolled a 4 on the D4 plus 1. So it took 1 exactly.
I understand. Yeah.
It took 1 out.
Are you gonna? Do you want to pull aside whatever you're giving to Italia next month, or is that just a part of your edict? Oh, it's in your edicts for expense.
It's in my
I get
edicts
it.
phase. Yeah. So I take it out during edicts. I have it all factored in there.
Cool. Yeah, that was a really good Italia month. Like, I mean, it sucks that the extra cost you the 5 instead of
It's
2.
fine.
But realistically, you, out of 2d6 plus 1d4 plus 1, the minimum was 4. So you spent what? You spent 7, but the minimum was 4. The maximum was 17.
Yeah, I made out with that. I could have rolled a 7 on the 2d6s.
Yeah, easily,
right? Like
easily.
doesn't
Like that-
so
that was
I'm
a-
really satisfied.
Beautiful roll. I mean, Summon Snake should be slapped for ruining you, and I'm sorry that they did that. This upcoming Saturday, I'll make their character suffer for it for you, but you know.
Don't, because that'll make me suffer too.
Shh.
All right. Yeah.
Alright.
Good session.
I have to go pee, and
I guess
then I gotta go to bed.
I'll
But
write in the notes.
as she finishes that conversation with the tree, and you two start to walk towards maybe getting dinner, you feel another rumbling in the ground, which again feels a little strange. She'll actually, at this point in time, look at you and say, "Did you feel that?"
I felt it before, but I was preoccupied. I can go speak to the salamander that lives under Jorman's house.
She nods and says, "Maybe that is more important right now."
He's kind of obsessed with me. It's kind of weird.
Well,
Yeah.
bye,
Don't
everybody.
ask.
And
Listen,
they're like, "You're going on a date with her? How dare you?"
I mean, Jorman did say he was kind of obsessed with me.
Let us go raid some exploding dice. They're making art today. Let's go say hi, art streamer. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Oh, God, I got to pee so bad, and I cannot wait for Inclame.